Mm-hmm. 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 Hello, Cam. Hello, hey, wait up. Hello, Crash. Hello, Devil from Washington State. Hello, Kristen. Hello, Livy. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Christine. Hello, Haley. Hello, Son of the Sun. Hello, Autumn. I'm doing great, Cam. Thank you so much for asking. Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? I love you, too. Hello. She did, Lily. She did. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Fabulous. My day was good. Taylor, I'm sure I haven't read your email yet. I have 6,058 unread emails in my inbox. Hello, friends. I'm going to see Barbie on Thursday. My plan is to take my daughter on Thursday to see Barbie. You just saw my morning routine video? Thank you. I forgot a couple things, actually. Uncle Matrix was so good in that TikTok. Oh, my God. No, it's the same watermelon, but I don't want to waste it, so I'm eating it anyway. Yeah, 6,058. Ooh. Sorry, Nick Salgado, but I don't invite people on here. It's awkward for me. I will let you know. I've heard it's so good. I'm very excited to watch it. I forgot a couple things in my morning routine. I forgot that I do a little spray around myself in my area, and I also forgot that I listen to some high vibe. I have like a high vibe playlist on Spotify that I listen to while I'm doing stuff in the morning. Nikki, I actually thought about doing one where I like let people come on just for the fucking shit of it to see. I don't know what that meant, but just for the heck of it. Chicken and Quaffles! Katie Joe! If you do let them on, you can never get rid of them. If you're me, I did want to do that, but my problem is I can do that, but I'll have to do it when my mic isn't plugged in, because when my mic is plugged in, I can't hear any phone sounds. So I won't be able to hear the person speaking. Tonight is Jess's story. Yes. The High Vibe playlist. I don't know the name of it. I think it's called I'm Thriving. I can send you guys. I'll send the link to it in Discord. I'll make a note. Send. It's not mine. It's somebody on TikTok. So I saw some lady then, and I think it's hers. But I love it. High Vibe playlist on Discord. I'll send it later on Discord. Mom's working on the pictures. Sounds good. She did already send me a bunch of pictures. Ooh. I'm glad I'm on too. Yes, guys, today we are chatting for a bit like we normally do, and then we are reading one story today only because it is our mod Jess's collection, basically, of alien abduction experiences that she's had. And it's very, very, very long, as in she said that it took between an hour and a half to read. So we will be reading and taking breaks and reading and taking breaks. She can't figure out her stupid email, she said. So that is what we're going to be doing today, because it's going to take us quite a while, but we're going to be chatting first. And there's pictures that she sent and stuff, so. It's going to be interesting. You met your doppelganger? And you're still alive! You didn't miss anything, no. Thank you, Knack. Love from Northern Ireland. You have my favorite accent. I love Irish accents. Yes, Jen. Guys, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube in case you miss any of the story or you need to knock off before it's over because it's going to be super long. Or if you want to rewatch it. My YouTube is TessicaVision, same name as here. Did you hear our fruits and vegetables have the mRNA vac? What is that? And no. I swear to God, we can't eat anything. I posted... Oh, I saw it. Hey, what up? I answered it. Oh my God, it was beautiful. Thank you, Justin. It was so beautiful. She is amazing at making cards. Her cards are amazing. Oh, Henry Bars, will you eat healthy strawberries? Eat your own Henry Bars. You do whatever your body wants you to do. I love being on the West Coast because it's not late when I watch you, you lucky duck. It's 1:20 a.m. Oh my God. Thank you, Chicken and Quaffles. You can rewatch them right there on YouTube. TessicaVision. Please subscribe. She's so talented. mRNAs made in your cells. You didn't miss the alien story. We're going to be doing it. It's going to be the entire live today. It's going to be very long. I listen to your replays while I drive my garbage truck. That's amazing. Also, it's amazing that you drive a garbage truck. I actually wanted to do that for a while. You guys make good money. No, they are now putting vegetables in vaccines. What? Vaccines and vegetables. Hello, I am on today. That's really weird, Linda. I'm glad it's working now, though. Thank you, Liz. Hello, Sage. Depends on the way you read. It will take about an hour or more, Mom and Dad said. Tonight is Jess's story. Woo! Excited for a long story. I'll try my best to keep my attention. Well, we're going to take breaks. We'll take some breaks. Unless we don't take breaks. Unless we get so into the story that I just can't take a break. But I feel like my voice is going to need a break. You know what I mean? Love your videos and gonna miss your lives. Hello. Hi, friends. Hi, friends. My husband and I both drive garbage truck. Actually, how we met. He was my trainer. Ah, I love that. Hello. Hello. I have not read it myself yet, so I'm reading it the first time with you. Yes, she can 100% send it in parts. I think that's a great idea. Then maybe we can read one part at a time. I think that's a really good idea. I just started a few minutes ago. We're eating fruit. We're having our fruit chat. Hello, Maya. But yeah, make sure that you stick around or make sure you're subbed on YouTube to get the replay. I have watermelon and strawberries today. Thank you, Heather. Oh, these strawberries are so good. They're so juicy and yummy. Makes up for the shitty watermelon I have. I'm seriously so disappointed in this watermelon. Because it looks so good. Every time I go to take a bite, I'm like, ooh, that's going to be juicy. And it's not. I'm not. You're allergic to strawberries? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Yes, Patricia. Long story tonight. How was everyone's day? What'd you guys do today? You do not have to be a sub on YouTube. By the way, subscribing on YouTube is free. But you don't have to be on YouTube. I'm just saying that I post my TikTok live replays. Hey, Mags. My TikTok lives that I do, they're recorded. And then I post that on YouTube the following day. So in case anyone missed stories or they want to rewatch them, a lot of people like to rewatch them or have me in the background while they do stuff. They're on YouTube. So it's a good place to subscribe to. Hello, Koala. I went to the gym with your sons. Nice. You don't remember your password? You don't need to be signed in. And you don't have to be subbed to watch the videos. It's just, you know, it's nice if you sub to me. It's very helpful for me. But you don't have to be. Hello. Hi, Christy. You woke up an hour ago. Oh, I forgot. For some of you guys, it's morning right now. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Daisy. Thank you guys for joining the team, although I still don't know what it means. But I appreciate your support. The story did not start yet, no. We're having our fruit chat right now. Thank you, Turner. I do upload to Spotify and other platforms, but I don't upload my lives. I should do that, right? I should be uploading my lives so you can, like, listen. But right now, all of my, like, Glitch in the Matrix stories that I do the videos on TikTok and stuff, those are uploaded to Spotify, Pandora, and Apple Music. If you check the link in my bio, it'll say, there's one that, because the link in my bio has all of my links. And if you go to it, or you can just go to TessicaVision.com. It's the same thing. It says listen as a podcast. And if you click on that, then you'll see you can click on Pandora, Apple Music, or Spotify. But I could totally, I don't know how, because I do this through this thing called Shortcast, which is really handy. It literally is connected to my TikTok. And I just, like, pick the TikToks I want it to put on everything, and it puts it everywhere. I have to figure that out, because I think that's a really great idea if I put my TikTok lives as, like, long podcasts, right? But, Hey, Katie. Thank you, Max, for the earths. Who else is having snacks? What are we having for snacks right now? I'm reading one story today, Sophia. It's my mod Jess in here. It's her, like, collection of alien abduction stories that have happened to her. And it's going to be very long. Welcome, everyone. We're in the chatting portion. We will be reading one story tonight. Thank you. Grapes. Ooh, yummy. Skittles. Love Skittles. Ooh, popcorn. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O. I'm not a fan of Jell-O. Taco Bell. Peaches. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love peaches. Chili and cornbread. My husband just went to Sheets for ice cream. What is Sheets? I'm saying a Larabar, but what are you actually eating? Jolly Ranchers. Girl dinner. Girl dinner? I didn't even... It's so funny when, like, society puts a name to something, right? Like, girl dinner, I totally do girl dinner. And girl dinner is such a thing. I didn't know it was a thing, but it is a thing that makes me feel so happy. Jolly Ranchers are yummy. Chocolate, melon, mint, mini chocolate chip cookies, ice cream sandwich. No, I'm sorry, Shannon. Do you want to use the pictures in Discord, or do you want me to put them in each part? I can just use the ones in Discord. That's fine. I think I'll be able to do that. Have you watched UFO Cowboys? No. Thank you, Chicken and Quaffles. I appreciate it. Guac, wasabi peas, dill chips, ice cream bar. Nothing. Now I want popcorn. A gas station. I love cornbread. The Peaches song is from the Mario movie. I just ordered some Indian saag paneer. I don't know what that is, but I hope you enjoy it. Been on a liquid diet for a month now, so soup. Why are you on a liquid, like, by choice or not by choice? No, I didn't make it up. Hello, Vanna. Brat patties. I don't know what that is. Oh, remember I started my lifestyle eating yesterday? I ate McDonald's today. Katie, I totally love you for that. I totally love you for that. That reminds me of the time that I went on a watermelon diet. This was many years ago. I heard about a watermelon diet, and I was like, I love watermelon. I could only eat watermelon for a month. I'm going to lose so much weight. First day, McDonald's for lunch. First day. Day one. Day one. That's when I used to eat McDonald's, like, literally every single day. My headband, thank you so much. It's actually a pack of headbands that I got on Amazon. It's in my Amazon storefront in the link in my bio if you're interested, because people ask about them all the time. I think Linda said, somebody, was it Linda? You said that you just got them and you really like them? I'm really good, Jillian. Thank you. White cherries. That sounds good. I'm hungry, but there's the childhood version of no food in the house. Oh, the childhood. I get it. It's storming huge. You're in Canada. Be careful. Watermelon diet canceled day uno. Yep, my body was like, nope. That's okay, because remember I said, I was like, oh, yesterday I did good. I'm back on my whole food plant-based. Yesterday. And then today, had a BLT. But I immediately regretted it. I didn't even want it. I didn't even like it. I didn't like the way it tasted. I'm not happy with it. So then the rest of the day we ate great. Wow, you have, Elle. These headbands stay all day. I have not moved this. I'm not gonna lie to you. I moved this before because I wanted to fix my hair, so I took my entire hair out and then put it back. But these, I will put this on and it stays all fucking day. I'm not kidding you, because I have that problem too, where I'll put a headband on and it will slowly fall off and I'll have to fix it all day. This stays all day. It has in the back, it's like a little, I don't know, I hope that you can see. It has like this part in the back. And then this part is more of like, it can be a, it's very long. It comes down to like here. And I fold it over to make a headband, and they're so comfortable. It doesn't even hurt. You know how sometimes too headbands are like too much on your head and it hurts? Literally, best headbands I've ever found. This is why I wear them all the time now, because they're amazing. I'm probably going to get another pack of more designs, but I haven't worn this one yet. And I really like it. Yeah, see, Linda just got them. She says they're really soft and comfy. It's crazy. Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Go get watermelon. Corn dog with mozzarella cheese in the middle. Grapes. What do I eat for my protein? Well, first of all, plants have protein, and you don't need as much protein as everyone tells you that you need. Like peas. There's like 30 grams of protein in a bag of peas, which is a lot of protein. But tofu, beans, there's a lot of things that have protein in them. Nuts. Hate makeup. Don't wear it, girl. Don't. I only wear mascara. And sometimes I don't even wear that. You have to pin a headband on? No. Your head is shaped funky? You wore this one yesterday? Ah, I love it. Thank you. You have the same shirt? Target. I didn't know peas had so much protein either. I didn't know either. It's crazy. Reface. I love that I am too, but I did cheat the past, like last week, I cheated several times. And I've been whole food plant-based for 5 months, and that was the first time I've cheated, but I did cheat for like a week. We're trying to be back on it now, though, because I feel so much better when I'm on it. I love your lives. I miss Lucy was on my honeymoon. Congratulations on your wedding and your honeymoon, Katie Johnston. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful time and you made so many nice memories with your new spouse. Sent the first part. Wants to know if you got it. Yes, I did. I got it. We got the first part. Does it make you sick to eat meat after not eating it? It made me feel yucky, like very yucky. Very yucky. And it messed up my belly a little bit, yes. I lost 45 pounds eating whole food plant-based without even going to the gym. Yes! Did you eat a lot of fatty things, or did you eat... when I say fatty things, I mean, were you also like not doing like oil or like nut butters or things like that? Or did you, that was fine. It's 1:30 a.m. there. It is 8:36 p.m. here. Liz, I do not have a schedule for my lives. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. I am a divorced mom, so I have joint custody of my kids, and I have them like different times all the time, so I can't have a set schedule. Plus, I don't like to have a set schedule. It makes me feel really claustrophobic. It makes me feel suffocated. It makes me feel suffocated. So the best thing to do is to join my Discord. It's free. Click on the link in my bio. Please come join. We have over 1,000 people in there. I do announce in the announcements channel in there, and I at everyone, and I'll be like, hey, I'm going to be going on tomorrow at this time, or hey, I'm going to be going on tonight at this time, and stuff like that. So it's... right? It feels suffocating. I like to just do my own thing. Because, like, I don't want to promise you guys and be like, I will be on every Wednesday. And then what happens, like, if one Wednesday, like, I'm sick or something happens with my kids, or I don't want to because I'm really not mentally feeling it. I don't want to force myself to do that. And I don't want to, like, let you guys down, you know? So if I don't make promises, I can't let you down. Okay, Justin. We'll see, man.
I got it, Lily. That's the ADHD in me with all of life. Oh my God. These strawberries are just really, really good, friends. I've been going back and forth with meat for a year, and it makes me feel yucky. Yes, I know. It makes me feel really, really gross. And honestly now, because I had the BLTs with American cheese when I cheated, the cheese, I didn't really like it. It actually tasted gross. Like the texture weirded me out. No salt. Oh, no salt either. I gotta do salt. No salt, oil, or sugar. Now I keep the weight, but cheat when vegan pizza and vegan ice cream on sale. Yes, yes, yes. Part 3. She said it in a sing-song voice. Wait, I didn't get part 3 yet, but give it a second. I have 1 and 2. We're waiting for part 3. Go get some strawberries, man. Hello, Raina. Tonight we are chatting, and then we will be reading Jess's really super fucking long alien abduction story. And then if there's more time and we want to, we'll read some other stories. If I want to. You guys always want to. If there's more time and I want to, we'll read some other stories, or maybe we'll just chat some more. I'm not sure. Meat makes me nauseous, but I don't think I can commit to a vegan diet. You know what? You don't have to, don't commit. Hashtag dairy is scary. It is heavy, right? I got part 3. I got it twice, actually. Don't commit then. Just do whatever feels good for your body. Literally just do whatever feels good for your body. When you're going to eat something, think to yourself, does my body really want this right now? How will I feel after? Do I want to have that? Do I not? And if you still say yes, then eat it. Just follow your gut, you know? Everyone's different. Everyone's body is different. I'm vegan for 10 years. At 63, I'm really healthy. I loved cheese, but now I hate it. Yes, Leslie. I was very actually disappointed because I was really excited to have the cheese because I haven't had it in 5 months, and I didn't like it. I was like, ooh, why did I like this before? Because I don't like it anymore. I don't like it. Good afternoon / evening, Sarantia. You guys are making me miss vegan so much. So go back, babes. I quit pork 7 years ago and then tried eating bacon recently and it tasted awful. I was shocked. I know. The bacon really wasn't good either. I don't know why I had it a couple times. Why did I keep trying it? I was like, maybe it'll taste better. It didn't. It didn't taste better. It didn't. I used to love cheese too. I didn't stop eating it. I stopped eating it because I stopped liking the taste. You've been loving beans lately? Beans are good. Does being vegan keep you healthier? I should be going vegan. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Meat and cheese are terrible. Meat and dairy are so bad for you. But everyone's body is different, and everyone do whatever you feel is good for your body. Start with meatless Mondays and go from there. That's a good idea. It's way easier to not make it a rule and just eat more veggies. It feels like a choice. Yes, I love that. My gut and taste buds always disagree. Shoot, not that's how I feel with chocolate. My taste buds are like, chocolate! And then my stomach is like, I had to get a steroid shot today. That feels good to my body. Yo, let me tell you. I'm so behind on the messages, by the way. I've had to take a steroid pack twice in my life. And I wish I could take it every day. I just felt so good on some steroids. It's once when I had, it was actually both. When I had pups, when I was pregnant, I had pups at the end, which was fucking terrible. I don't know if you know what that is. You get you're literally, it's like a rash on your entire body and you're so itchy, you literally want to die. it's the worst thing I've ever experienced. And then I had like a little rebound of it after I gave birth. And so she gave me another steroid pack and I took it again. And that coincided with like the first time I went running again since I had been pregnant and given birth. It was like very close after. And I was expecting it to be so hard and I felt great. And I was like, wow, this is great. And then I realized I'm on steroids. That's why it's so great. I'm very behind on messages. Hold on. Plant-based is better for everyone when you read the literature, but animal products are addictive. Very cute. And dairy is addictive. It's addictive. It is so addictive. Bacon is overrated. Yes. What does oxalates means? I did that with bacon. I always love cheese, but I've slowed down. I'm vegan for the animals, and they don't care what we eat as long as it doesn't come from them. I love beans. She sent part 4. I got part 4. Three years vegan strong. Good for you, Sarah. I'm going to go get food. Hopefully I don't. I need to talk to you guys every day. Pups is terrible. Just eat whatever your body tells you to. I love the Mediterranean diet. My mom eats a Mediterranean diet, pretty much. You had pups with your last baby? Ooh. I had that rash, but mine was cholestasis. I don't know what that is. I had pups with all of your boys. It was literally the worst thing I've ever experienced. I feel closer to nature and humanity as a vegan. Me too. Honestly, Sarah, when I have cheated the past like week, I have emotionally not felt okay. Like more than my body hasn't felt okay, I've emotionally not felt okay. You're so excited for this story. It's a component in all veggies that can build up and make tiny kidney stones. Oh my goodness. What? That fucking is terrible. Hello, Jessica. Hi, Tiana. Is there a way to avoid it? I have no idea. Am I blurry for you? It was awful. I wanted to yeet myself out of this life. I know, my God. My ex-husband, husband at the time, obviously, he was so good. He literally went to a million stores and literally bought me anything he could possibly think of, like before I went and got the steroid pack, to try to help the itching because I was so miserable. I would be like, okay, I can handle it. And then like by halfway through the end of the day to like the end of the day, I would break down hysterically sobbing because I couldn't mentally take it anymore. It was absolutely terrible. Hello, Vanessa. I'm clear. It is an itchy rash, but it's an unbearable itchy rash. I switched to almond milk, even chocolate almond milk. It's not so bad. Meat is bad for your kidneys. That's why cats get so much renal failure. I didn't know that's why cats get renal failure. I got sepsis from a kidney stone. What? Most of my diet is cheese and bread. I do bread. It's expensive to buy. It's really not. It's really not. You have pups on your bellies. That's how I felt when I had shingles. Oh my God. Hello, Chelsea. Veggies with high ox. I'm gonna look that up. My daughter had something like that. She said she was having an allergic reaction to her son. What? Have you tried making any cashew cheeses? I have not made cashew cheeses, but I have made, there is a cheese spread that I make that I think is delicious. And it's kind of more of like a paste. than cheesiness, but you can, if you pop it on some tortillas and make a quesadilla out of it, so good. It is cheaper, right? You just got to get lots of fruits and vegetables and stuff. And I did make a cashew-based Alfredo. And that was really good, too. I don't like spinach, so that's good. All right, let me finish my strawberries. Finish my fruit. As soon as I'm done with my fruit after we're done chatting, then we will start reading. You got shingles at 19? That's crazy. Chelsea, oh, your baby started kindergarten on Monday. Oh. I'm very weary. High Carb Hannah had such a great recipe. Cheese sauce, potatoes, and carrots. I've seen people do that. I'm so weary of those. I don't know why. I feel like they're not going to be good. I tried one. It wasn't potatoes and carrots. It was potatoes. And it was really not that good. There's another one that I did make that tasted like queso, which was pretty good. That's why I qualified it. Some won't sleep and some will be fascinated. I just felt like a cold breeze against my legs. Ooh. It's the prep. Yes, suspense. That's my issue because I do not like to cook. I don't like to cook. I'm lazy. And so a lot of the time we eat out. And not we go eat, like we go pick up food from somewhere. And it's really, you can't do that on a vegan diet. You can't. There's very little places where I can go pick up something to eat that's vegan. And if I do, it's processed bullshit. You know what I mean? So like that is the problem. I completely agree. You've been a mess. I don't blame you. What? Are they in here? Snow Lion, is someone in here right now that is my name, is like impersonating me? You got shingles in the 5th grade on your hip? You had shingles at 10 in the armpit? What? Cashew and roasted red peppers blender are amazing. There's roasted red peppers in the cheese thing that I make too. Oh, nooch. Gotta love some nooch. I've had shingles 3 times and I'm 31. Oh my God. Hello. Yes. I can see you. My daughter graduates preschool next week, starts kindergarten in September. Where does the time go? Oh, man, I know. Oh, man, I know. Sick of cooking. Yes. Salad and go. That's true. I guess I could just do a salad, but then you have to prep the salad. You have to prep the salad. I do need a recipe channel. Well, I mean, in the Discord, we have a food and recipes channel. So please drop all of your food and your good recipes in the food and recipes channel. Guys, I'm trying to catch up here. Sorry. Went to a festival in my town. There was a vegan booth and the food looked pretty yummy. All right. I haven't seen the person either. Vegan bakery. I've had shingles twice and I'm 44. My daughter's going to be 2 in August. I think I'll stay quiet until the end, or at least until the end of the part. Oh my God. I cook for a family of 5 3 times a day. That sounds absolutely terrible. Oh, terrible. Hey, Lainey. I know I just yelled at you. But hey, Lainey. A strawberry is way too big for my mouth. Hello, Amber. Yes, Jess. 1 course of red marine algae. Yes. Friends, is there anyone in here that lives on Long Island and that knows a good naturopathic doctor? I'm trying to find one. That's amazing, Ashley. It's amazing. I'm so happy for you. And good evening. I'm sorry for the people that have a problem with chewing. I don't feel like muting right now, so cover your ears. The strawberries are so good. Oh my god, they're so good. Snowline, I'm finding them. But I would like to get one who's recommended by someone, you know? I'm sticking under the covers and your live is comforting. I hope you feel better. I have no idea if I read your email I can't spell. Probably not. I have 6,062 unread emails in my inbox, so I probably didn't read it. If you didn't see it in a video and you didn't have me read it on live, then I probably haven't read it yet. My family is lucky if I cook dinner. I know. You literally can't hear me chewing? Oh, okay, that's good. Stacy. Sour watermelon candies are very good. Those used to be one of my favorites. I have a few more strawberries left and then we're going to read. You loved my morning routine? If you guys have any questions about my morning routine or anything I do in there or anything, please ask in the comments over there and then I will, like on the video, and I can answer questions. I have a takeout food business. I refuse to grocery shop or cook at home anytime. I can not blame you. Hello, Alyssa. Thank you. I can barely hear it. Okay, good. Like that. Strawberries cut up and dipped in sugar. We've been on a diet lifestyle change so hard. Smoothies for dinner again. Ooh. I'm too lazy to go to the store and get some strawberries right now. You're doing your night routine, Liz? My night routine is a lot less. My nighttime routine just consists of turning on the dishwasher, locking the door, straightening up. I always make sure like everything's put, like the pillows are put back on the couch, and because I like to wake up to a clean house. So straightening up takes me like 1 second. Straightening up, turn on the dishwasher, make sure the door is locked, and then do my skincare and change and lay down. That's really it. I don't have much of a nighttime routine. Getting stuck on here for 4 hours. I'm drinking an adult beverage with tomato juice in it. Does that count? Are you having a, what's that called? What's this called? I don't drink. Bloody Mary. Are you having a Bloody Mary? I put sugar and water on my strawberries. Let it sit for an hour in the refrigerator. I've had those and they are good. You ordered a pizza, Katie. You're literally so beautiful. Hello, Katie. Hello, Diana. You're eating coffee. I was in heaven when Aldi had 99-cent pints of strawberries. I wish. I'm having a what? Michelada? What is that? Did I pronounce that right? Cooking, ooh, mashed potatoes, corn. The famous kufk bowl, the kufk. Oh, I haven't had the kufk in so long. What are those called? Was it called a twister? It's like the chicken sandwich thing. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, so good. What is peeled strawberries? Hello, yams. Diana, sour cream and brown sugar on strawberries. That sounds weird. That sounds weird. Hello, Barbara. I washed and put away strawberries and blueberries in the fridge. Now I just got to do the grapes. Nice. Later. Michelada. Or is it Michelada? I don't know what I'm saying. Thank you, Diana. You're so sweet. It's beer with tomato juice, lime, and chamoy. That sounds disgusting, but I hope you're enjoying it. I've always said my dad probably. Thank you, chicken and quaffles. You're vegetarian. Whoop whoop. Oh, it's an adult drink. Has anyone here had a clamata? Is that what it's called? It's like clam juice and something. I just realized my grandpa lives in Long Island. There's a small chance I have passed where you live. What? That's crazy. Clamato. Am I saying that right? Clamato? Hello, Shar. They're great. My God, it's really gross. I don't like seafood. Anything seafood. I don't drink either. Clam juice. Oh, nope. Nope. Oh my God. Okay. Sober people unite. Put an emoji in the chat if you're sober. If we don't drink. People that don't drink, it doesn't, I'm not talking about, I mean, I am sober. I don't really do anything, but put an emoji if you don't drink. Where are all my friends at? Jenna, congratulations! Woo! 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 I love to see you guys. And no offense to anyone else, you guys you live your lives how you want to live your life. But, you know, we get ridiculed as non-drinkers a lot, so it's nice just to be in the presence of some other non-drinkers, not the people that are like, just have a beer. You're boring. You have more fun when you don't drink. I agree. I love you too. And also, if anyone, I just don't drink because I don't like to drink, but if anyone is like sober because they had a problem and they had a struggle and they overcame it, I just want to say that I am so fucking proud of you. That shit is hard, and I'm so proud of you. You should be so proud of yourself, and I love you, and give yourself a big hug for me. My family does it all the time. I know. I love it. Congrats to everyone. Yes, yes, yes. 1,144 days. Woo! Oh, thank you. It's from Target. My boobs are not staying in this bra. Tent camping, JLo. Tent camping. Same. Reese, that's one of the reasons I didn't want to drink in the first place. And then I was like kind of pressured into doing it. And then I just did it because I thought I was supposed to do it. And then finally I was like, I don't want to fucking do it. Why am I doing it? But I think that's why I can't even like have any like the devil's lettuce. I think you could, I don't know what to say. I think people say that. I can't really even have that because I feel out of control and I get anxious and I don't like it. Oh, hello, Chrisica. Thank you, Jay's wife. How are you doing today, my darling? Hugs to you. I have covered Mandela Effects a long time ago, but maybe I should do it again because that was like months and months and months and months ago. Woo! Yes, that is power. Good thing I have YouTube. Very, very true. Gives you anxiety too. Mm-hmm. You're allergic to it. That's crazy. It's also disappointing because I so badly want to try things. Like I really would love to do an ayahuasca ceremony and I would love to try DMT, but I can't even freaking smoke weed. I can't even do that. I'm not gonna be able to do that. Are you kidding me? I'm terrified. Terrified. It's so sad. You've never had a hangover in your life? You need to go fuck yourself. That's half the reason I don't drink no more. My hangover is when I like hit 30, I fucking started having days. Hangover for days. Oh my God. No, thank you. Why am I doing that? Ayahuasca, that is not how you spell it. You want to do our meetup to be an ayahuasca ceremony? Oh my God. Oh my God. I do want to try so bad, but I can't even, I don't understand how, I couldn't do it. I can't even like, same legal cupcakes. That's what I'm saying. I know you need to be guided. Yes. Microdose mushrooms. I've actually wanted to try that. I wanted to try microdosing, but I'm kind of scared. I don't know anything about it. Like, I don't know where to get what I would need to get. I don't know how much that I would have to get. You know what I mean? I would really love to learn about microdosing. I need someone to teach me. Helps with anxiety. I'm scared of feeling out of control of my body. I have a very big control issue. You need to be in the right mindset. I've lived too much to ever do hallucinogens again. You've done Crafty Devil? Anything good? You hated it? Uncle Matrix has done mushrooms once. Not with me. But he said that was the only thing I remember. He tells me this story about it. It was his first time, and he was like looking around. He said he was great. And then all of a sudden there was like this little stuffed monkey or something in the corner. And he said he looked at this monkey and he had never felt more terrified in his entire life than he did looking at this monkey. And he doesn't get scared of anything. Yeah, I have my AC on. I'm actually going to turn it off in a second because I'm getting chilly. Your ex tricked you? That is not fucking okay. That is not okay. That makes me mad. The trees were 4D. Oh my God. I can't even imagine seeing in 4D. Are we capable of seeing in 4D? Felt great at first. Then I came down so hard. Then I was like, these people are not my friends. Oh my God. Really, Lisa? All the chocolate talk. Oh, you're making brownies? That fun guy is definitely best when watching animated movies like Bolt or Horton Hears a Who. The clothes are crazy. Ooh. Oh my God, Mary, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Okay, guys, do you want to read? Because I really want to read this story. Do you think we should start it? I think we should. What do you think? Emma. Yes. Okay. All right. I am going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to turn off my AC and then we're going to read. It's in 4 different parts. So we're going to read, we'll read like one part at a time. We'll read like one part and then we'll take a break and another part. Oh, I'm so excited. I have my water ready. Boop. Okay, I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk about, I don't know, make up your own topic today. Make up your own topic. Oh, a Turner. I love that you made up a topic. Ocean or lake? That's a really hard one. I immediately think, which would have the bigger sea monsters? It would have to be an ocean, right? So maybe lake is better? I don't know. Creek. I like a creek. I like a shallow body of water with no sea monsters. That's my favorite body of water. You can actually swim. Well, but I do see, I like to go to the ocean. I go to the bay. Because the bay you can swim in. It's not like the waves of the beach, because I can't do that. That's terrifying. Moving water is very calming. The surf is beautiful to watch. Yes. I do love to look at the ocean. And I love to put my feet in there. And that's nice. But I don't know. I have a thing with sea monsters. Lakes are safer. I live right next to a creek. Walk alongside of it every day. Very calming. You were attacked by a shark. Too many things to eat me in the ocean. The sound too, yes. And I love, oh my God, to have your feet in the sand. Ooh, so nice. Oh yeah, I totally believe that aliens are down there. We have some like water aliens in the ocean. Okay, friends. Let's get this thing started. Bum bum bum. Okay, go. Oh, Jessica. This is the story that we're reading right now. It said there are water aliens. Okay, so we're going to start with part 1. Let's see this for, let's do the intro. What up, glitches? My name is Jess. People call me Auntie Matrix, and I read your weird and unexplainable stories. We normally read a bunch of different stories in one live. Today, we are focused on one story for probably the entire live, depending on how long it takes. It is a story from one of my mods. Her name is Jess, called Cards in here. And it is a very long one that she sent about a collection of all of her alien abduction experiences throughout her life. So we are going to be focusing on that today. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube. It's TessicaVision, same name as here, in case you miss any of this or you want to rewatch it. I do post my TikTok live replays on YouTube the following day. So this live will be up tomorrow on YouTube as long as it's recorded correctly by TikTok. So make sure you're subscribed there, TessicaVision. Also, please make sure that you come join the Discord if you would like to. It is free. It is open to everyone. Please come join us. We have over 1,000 people in there. The link is in my bio. It's a good place to hang out with like-minded people. And also, I have an announcements channel where I announce when I'm going live, when I post a YouTube video, and all of those things. And I @ everyone, so it's a good place to be for that. Yes, she has some pictures too for her story. Also in the link in my bio, you can get to... Let's see. Oh, my merch. I have merch. I have 4 different designs right now. Go check them out. Subscribe to my YouTube. Join Discord. You can listen to my things as a podcast. I have my Amazon storefront in case you like anything that I'm wearing or that I use. My Amazon wishlist and my P.O. box in case you want to send me anything. And that is really it, I believe. Oh, and my Cameo. But no one, I don't even know why I mentioned that. I only had 1 Cameo ever in my whole life. Okay, you didn't, oh, Jen, hello. You didn't miss any? Jen, we're doing Jess's story and we're about to start it. Whoop, whoop. So welcome. You came at the perfect time. Yay! Jess, you want me to hear this? You want me to just read this whole thing, right? Like even the top part? And does it say in here when you want me to do what pictures? Hold on, let me open up the pictures that you sent me over here. Did you want me to start? I'll read this part. over here about the... Okay, so I'll read this little thing about like your family, and then I'll show those pictures of where you lived, I think, right? We're going to try that. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. All right, friends. Here we go. I don't even have to write down times for this. Actually, I should write down that we're starting this at 56 minutes. Okay. Jessica's alien abduction story. This is part 1 of 4. Hey, girl. Hey. It's about dang time, right? LOL. Yes. First off, thank you so much for helping me grow my page and business. You're welcome. If you guys don't know, she makes cards. Like, that sounds silly. Not silly, but it sounds like, okay, she makes cards. She makes the coolest cards I've ever seen. Go check out her page. And thank you to everyone else that has supported me as well. Y'all are a true example of women supporting women. Yes, yes, yes. I love you so much, and I'm so blessed and grateful to have you in my life. We love you too. Mwah, mwah. Yeah, see, Keijo, the most amazing cards. Very, very cool. Secondly, this story has a few trigger warnings. I touch on miscarriage, abduction, medical negligence, torture, wounds, and then there are pictures that go along with my story that some might not want to see. It also has 4 parts. They may seem disconnected at first, but it's all part of the same story. Now, let's get into it. So if any of those things are triggers for you, just realize that we might be talking about some of them. T-Boom, I'm leaving in a few days. This is the last time I'm going live before I go camping. Okay. Part 1. I was born in Salt Lake City, Utah. I had a kick-ass childhood filled with lots of love, support, and happiness. That all came from the human side of my life. On the other side, it was filled with torment, torture, visions, ghosts, aliens, and the like. My family treated me like a princess. They still do. I was the baby and got away with everything. I was and still am my daddy's little girl. He always has and always will believe me when I talk to him about ghosts, demons, portals, visions, dreams, glitches, and aliens. My mom just can't come to terms with that side of my life, but she was and is a wonderful mom. I am very, very blessed in that way. I think that I was placed in this family for a purpose. There's no way I could have lived through any of the stuff I deal with without a huge and loving support system by my side. So now that you know a little bit about my family history, you know how it has impacted this tale. You want me to show the pictures now of you as a child and your house where you were? Not yet. Okay. Maybe I'll figure it out. I can remember many things from my childhood. My first memory was from when I was 3 years old. I remember finally being tall enough to see over the bathroom counter into the mirror. You remember that? That's really cute. One day I was looking in the mirror and thought to myself, that's me. I'm real. I'm really real, and I'm here. I'm actually here. I made it. I felt the importance of that thought but didn't understand its significance at the time. My next memory was at the age of 4. I remember being dressed up like a princess. Pretty pink dress, dark brown hair curled down to my knees. Yes, I had some long ass hair. Wow, to your knees. Little girl pick here, got it. And wearing a pretty white small heeled church shoes. I was in a big room with wooden floors. I remember the clacking sound and my shoes made as I walked across an empty room to a man sitting at a table in the back. My mom told me to sit in the chair while she talked to him. It was a huge old-fashioned velvet chair surrounded by greenery. The man came and took my picture too. On that day, I had another thought. Are they coming to take me back? Again, I felt the importance of that thought, but didn't yet understand its significance. And we are going to show picture number 1, which is Little Miss Jessica. Here she is. This is Little Miss Jessica. She's so cute. And holy shit, your hair is so long, man. So long. Okay. So cute. Okay. Here's where the good stuff comes in. The story you've all been waiting for does look like a doll. The story you've all been patiently waiting for. When I was 5 years old, I was abducted by aliens. When I was 5, 5 is like so young, I feel like. When I was 5, like they have an age thing. I don't even know. When I was 5 and my brother was 10, my parents used to let us sleep out on the trampoline in the backyard on warm summer nights. My dad would set up the sleeping bags and make a makeshift blanket fort on the tramp. That's actually really cool. My mom would make yummy snacks and would make sure that we had flashlights and a way to get into the house in case of an emergency. She would leave her bedroom window open just in case we needed her during the night. I know, but it was the 80s. It was a different world back then. Jess, when you want me to show, when you think it's time for another picture, you can like just pin something because I'll probably see it out of the corner of my eye. We had an idyllic picture-perfect home, the kind that you see in nostalgic movies. We lived in a cul-de-sac surrounded by a stream, a forest, and amazing neighbors. We each had our own rooms, a big grass backyard filled with toys, giant trees to climb, and a big fluffy dog that slept with us on our backyard campouts. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to live like that today. So, as we usually did on these backyard campouts, we stayed up playing and being loud well into the night until Mom would yell out of her window to go to sleep. In my 5-year-old brain, I felt like it was 2 a.m., but it was probably more like 11 p.m. Whatever time it was dark, windless, and calm. There were no clouds and no pollution, so we could see the night sky sparkling above us in a brilliant show. We always moved the blanket fort just enough so we could stargaze. Every star twinkled, every airplane blinked their vivid colored lights, and we could even see satellites gliding along as if there were ships on a crystal clear ocean. I can still see in my mind as if it were only yesterday. My brother tried to point out constellations, but all I saw were twinkling lights. I played along like I knew what they were, though. After a while, we both fell quiet and were on the verge of slumber when something caught my eye. There was a shape in the sky that I had never seen before. It looked like a hot dog. More like a cigar shaped, but I didn't know what cigars were at that age. It roamed the sky in a silent glide. It was big enough that it blocked out the stars as it moved seamlessly and silently towards our home. I elbowed my brother to make him wake up. He looked at it and his eyes went wide. We were both mesmerized by this black, silent ghost ship in the sky. Oh, it was black. For some reason, I was picturing it as like silver. I don't know why. I don't think we even took a breath for a good 30 seconds. We were entranced as if something were physically calming us down from within our own minds. That's interesting. The ship was at the same height in the sky as an airplane on a descent. It wasn't incredibly high up, but far enough away that it wasn't scary. Suddenly, it stopped dead in the night, rotated, and shot down towards us like a bullet. I covered my head on instinct but made no noise. My brother jumped off the tramp and he hid underneath it. Thanks for protecting me, bro. Peering through my fingers, I saw that it had stopped and now was hovering mere feet above our home. There were no lights, no sounds, and no movement. Just a massive black shape sitting there in the sky. My brother was breathing heavily but still hiding beneath our trampoline. For some reason, I was not scared. I was completely intrigued by this mysterious thing. I've always been a little fearless firecracker. So I stood up on the tramp. Ooh, house pics here. Okay, trying not to wobble over as I wrestled my way through all of the blankets and pointed to it. I told my brother that it wasn't a bad thing. He whispered, screamed at me to get down and hide, but being the ever-lovely, stubborn, bad biatch I am, I shooed his ridiculous fear away with a wave of my hand, and I said, I'm going up there. What? Okay, hold on. She says to show the house pictures here. So let's show the house pictures. So this is, okay, 1988 satellite picture of my childhood home. It's the best quality we could get. So the home would be here, right here. And then this is of the house. Thank you so much for subscribing, Jade. I appreciate you so much. Apparently they telepathically communicate telling us to be calm. Yes, yes. And this is also the house. Chimney used to be here. Giant tree used to be here. I'd let them beam me up too. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Continuing on. Here we go. She said, I'm going up there. Our home had a fun-shaped roof that we could climb on from the big tree in our backyard. Okay, you guys remember that we just saw. I told you it's the 80s. I used to go on my roof too, but with my dad. I started to climb the tree as my brother sat there in horror, quietly yelling at me to stop. I ignored him and continued to climb barefoot in a frilly pink jammy dress up the tree and onto the roof. I climbed up to the topmost part of our home, outstretched. My arm had reached for it as far as I could, all the way up on my tippy toes, and tried to touch it. My tiny fingers and short 5-year-old stature were no match for this thing, though. It was too far away. That's when I started to lose my balance. Oh no. As you can imagine, falling off the roof of a home, even as a tiny child, is not ideal if you actually enjoy living. I screamed out in my mind, "Help!" as I tried to grapple with the roof shingles and hope that somehow they would reach back to save me. My brother, still hiding under the trampoline, screamed out, "Help!" as he sat there helpless to get me. The next thing I know, I was falling to the ground, and then nothing. I hung there mid-fall, mid-air, and felt weightless. Unlike the movies, there was no light, no tractor beam, no sound, no anything. I was just hovering above the flower beds like time had stopped. I know it didn't, though, because I heard my brother's footsteps running towards me. I turned to look in his direction, and bam! I was suddenly in a fast-moving vehicle. What? This was no ordinary vehicle, though. It was a small, round car with a clear glass dome for a roof. I was in the passenger seat, which I thought was super cool because it was the first time I had ever been allowed to sit up front, and there was a beautiful blonde lady driving. She looked like a normal person except for her eyes. There was something strange about her piercing blue eyes. She looked over to me and smiled. It was a kind of smile, and it seemed familiar somehow. Oh, a kind smile, not a kind of smile. I'm sorry. It was a kind smile, and it seemed familiar somehow. There was a similarly attractive blonde man in the backseat, quietly writing on what I now know to be an iPad-type device. His eyes were, but they didn't have those back then. His eyes were just as piercing and just as strange. Somehow, in my little mind, I knew that these people were not humans. They were of another world. Blondes here. Got it. Okay. We're showing what they looked like. These are not actually them. These are pictures. These are the blondes. Should I say what they are? Yes, the blondes, water Noric aliens. Okay, these are not real pictures, but this is what they look like. Hold on one second. I have never heard of these before. Oh, the light is so bad. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I had never heard of these before. Sorry, guys, we're back. So beautiful, right? She sent me these pictures before, so I haven't read this story yet. I have just seen the pictures because I was just looking at what she was sending me, and I have never seen these kind of aliens. They're beautiful. These remind me of, what is it in Thor or something? You know, the gold people, the people that are gold and they're like perfect, beautiful looking. I forget the name of them, but I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, it looked like Orlando. Was that Orlando Bloom? This looked like Orlando Bloom, right? The Nordic gods. No, I'm not. No, was it Guardians of the Galaxy? I can't remember. But yes, okay, so that is what she's talking about. That is who she was in the car with. Okay, let's continue. Okay. She looked over to me and smiled. Guys, if you are just tuning in or if you want to rewatch this whole thing in another time or something, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, TessicaVision, because this replay will be up tomorrow. Okay. She looked over to me and smiled. It was a kind smile and it seemed familiar somehow. There was I read this. I just read this. I knew these people were not, they were from another world. Okay. They could sense my thoughts and started to explain that they had been watching me since birth. since birth. They told me that they would come back and check on me every so often. All of the other times they had come, I was asleep and they didn't want to wake me. Thinking about this now as an adult, it's so obvious that I was being visited by aliens who were probably taking me from my home, doing who knows what with me, and then wiping my memory clean of those encounters. As a child, though, it all made sense in a way. I wasn't bothered by it at all. In fact, I felt super special. As I looked out of the dome of the car, I saw that we were on a huge highway surrounding a gigantic city. This city had buildings so large and so odd that I will never forget them. It almost looked futuristic in a way. The city lights gleamed all around us and lit up the road. As I was admiring my new surroundings, the man in the backseat gently took my arm, opened my hand palm side up, and touched his finger to it. I watched as a red dot slowly appeared where he had touched me. He smiled at me, released my hand, and continued writing on his tablet. I stared at my hand for a minute and then leaned my head back to look through the dome of the car. As I looked up through the top of the dome, though, it was pitch black. There were no stars, no lights, no clouds, and no airplanes. There were, however, humongous black shadows floating throughout the inky void above us. Just wasn't there. Do you want me to show the red dot on your palm? Is that this one or no? Or should I wait? I'm just trying to see when to. Not yet. Okay. I'll wait for you to tell me. I'm sorry. I'll wait. Okay. The kind lady looked at me, smiled, and said, "Don't be afraid, little Jessica. Just like the dome of this car, we are inside." Thank you, Raina. "We are inside a larger dome that protects us from the creatures above." What? "For you see, we are underwater in the ocean." Oh, because these are the ones that are in the ocean. "We have lived here for thousands of years, protected from the wars of man. We have no desire to hurt you or anyone else. We only wish to keep safe that which is ours." I can't even remember what I ate for breakfast, but I can remember her words clear as day. They were different, strange, and held much importance in their meaning. They had such a strange way of speaking. It was very proper. Again, I felt the significance of her word, but the meaning slipped my grasp. We wish to keep safe which is ours. I then started to feel very tired. I laid back in the seat looking up at the shadows swimming far above us and drifted off into dreamland. When I awoke, I was back on the trampoline. It was morning and my brother was snoring in the sleeping bag next to me as if nothing had happened. At first, I thought it was just an extremely vivid dream, but I've never had a dream like that before. I shook my brother awake and asked him why he didn't try to help me. He had no clue what I was going on about. I told him everything that had happened to me during that night, and he told me that it must have been a bad dream because he didn't remember any of it. They had gotten to him. His memory from the night before was wiped. Why wasn't mine? He rolled over to go back to sleep, so I just laid there thinking about the adventure I had been on mere hours ago. I remembered something new. As I was drifting off to sleep in the dome car, the man in the backseat told the lady something about some medicine to make me forget. My eyes opened and I begged them to let me remember everything. The lady then looked at the man in the backseat. They looked like they were communicating with their eyes, and after a few moments, she told me that the only way they would allow me to retain this memory is if I allowed them to come visit me more often without any fighting. I thought that was weird because I didn't fight them at all, but I agreed and then fell asleep. Does that mean that they have... Yeehaw! Thank you for the gifts. Does that mean that they had visited you when they had visited you previously, that you had fought them on it? I wonder. Maybe this was the first time that you were like cool about it. Okay, let's keep going. So I was laying on the trampoline reliving this amazing experience in my tiny little mind that I know had happened, wondering when they would come next. That's when I remembered that the man had touched my hand. I reached my hand up to my face to inspect it. There it was. Right where he had tapped me with his finger was a little red dot. I still have it to this day. I also have new red dots that have appeared randomly all over my body as the years have gone on. Not all of these dots would come with memories, but some of them did come with nightmarish experiences. This is where I show this picture. I was just going to say, because I'm like, okay, this is where I show this picture of her hand. And I'm like, this picture looks very clear, like it was taken very recently. And I'm like, how can this be a picture from when she was 5? Because you still have it. You still have it. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to show it. Okay. So this is the little dot that's still on her hand. This is her palm. It's right, hold on, where's my cursor? It's right here, but then she did another one where she circles it for us. It's right here, red dot from the Blonde's Abduction. Can you guys see it? Because since it's on my computer screen, it's like a little bit weird and fuzzy. But can you see it? I don't know, Persevere. You've had those before? Ooh, it looks like an injection, right? You have that dot too? I wonder if it's an implant. That's a really good, that's what I was thinking. I was actually thinking that immediately. Okay. Back to the story, friends. Back to the story. Jessica, I just want to say, you are just an amazing writer. You and Justin both. I hope you're writing some sort of book yourselves, because you really are such good writers. Okay. And their daughter, yes, and Lily too. It's like a whole family of writers, man. She is, you are, you're writing? You should write. You should write. Okay, oh, there's more, guys. There's a lot more, don't worry. We're still in part 1. There's 4 parts that we're going to read. Okay. I really appreciate the gifts you guys are sending while I'm reading. Thank you so much. You have one too? Ooh! Me over here checking my hands. That's because I learned how to English. I love it. Okay. It would turn out that I would only see the beautiful blondes one more time in my life. That I remember. That time would be over 2 decades later, and they were much changed. What does that mean? Oh my God. I used to ramble on and on about my abduction to anyone that would listen, but no one ever believed me. My dad humored me and never judged me, but he was the only one. My brother still doesn't remember that night, and I'm not sure that he's the same brother that I grew up with. In fact, my entire family is now different. I'll explain that in just a little bit. When I was 7, my dad was promoted in his company and we were relocated to southern Utah. I was so sad to leave my friends, grandparents, and perfect home. How would the aliens find me now? The entire drive down to our new home, I saw UFOs following us. They hovered above the mountains, hung in the clouds, and hid behind tall trees far away. Whenever I tried to point them out, they would fade into the sky so no one else could see them. I was happy, though, because following us meant that they would know where our new home was and they could come visit me again. I've lived in southern Utah for 33 years now and have only encountered alien beings that I remember a few more times. I assume they are always around, taking me every now and then, just wiping my memory, but I only remember a few rare occasions where I was allowed to keep my memories and not by their choice either. What does that mean? That is the end of part 1. So take a breather for a second. I'm going to reset the gift goal, take a sip of water, and we're going to go on to part 2. There are 4 total parts. If you're new here, hello. Hello and welcome. What's up, glitches? My name is Jess. People call me Antimatrix, and I read your weird and unexplainable stories, and we are right now reading this very long alien abduction story from one of my mods, Jess. I know, I love this long story night too. It's actually really, really cool. Oh, you want me to do a vote per part? Sure, we could do that. Okay, let's vote. How did you guys like this first part? Did you like it? Happy face for yes and a sad face for no. Say the last sentence. The last little paragraph, I'll read again for you, Reese. I've lived in southern Utah for 33 years now and have only encountered alien beings that I remember a few more times. I assume they are always around, taking me every now and then, just wiping my memory, but I only remember a few rare occasions where I was allowed to keep my memories and not by their choice either. Oh. Oh. Okay. You guys are voting. We are going to go to part 2. Jess, I think this is actually really great that you have it in parts. It's working out very well. All right, so we saw those pictures, we saw those pictures, we saw those pictures. These pictures terrify me, and this is why people are scared of aliens, I feel like. Very well written. She's an amazing writer. Okay, let me do this gift goal, and then we're going to move on to part 2 of 4. Yeah, I've been showing the pictures as they come up in the story. I've been showing them. You know, I'm going to put my little lemonade guys up, but I'm going to put like more than I normally do just because I'm not resetting that many gift goals tonight. Where's my favorite lemon buddy? I'm going to put like so many of them so that it can just stay up there for a long time. Okay. Yes, Jess said that she can post them in Discord as well if you guys would like them. Thank you, Raina. Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm assuming she was probably going to wait until after we're done reading the whole thing. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Persevere. You guys are amazing. You got your rompers, Lindsay? Ah! Do you love them? Are they cozy? I hope you like them. I really do. How do you post a pic in Discord? You just post it. Like where you type, there's like a little plus sign. If you're on the computer, there's a plus sign. And if you're on your phone, I don't know if it's a plus sign or if it's a paperclip. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, everyone that's sending. Yes, there is a Discord, my friends. We have a Discord. Everyone is welcome. The link is in my bio. We have over 1,000 people in there. Please come hang out in Discord. The lemonade's my favorite. I hope I'm not too high for these stories. Your daughter's nickname is Lemonade? I love these lemonades. They're my favorite. They're my favorite. They are my favorite. I'm normally live once or twice a week. I shoot for twice a week. Thank you, Carolina. She's going to post them afterwards in Discord. So Jessica will be putting these pictures up that she has sent me. She will be putting them in Discord after we read the entirety of her story. So if you're not in Discord, please come hang out. You've only missed part 1 of the story. We are going to read part 2 in just a second. There are 4 parts to this story. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm sorry, I don't have a live schedule. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. So the best thing to do is to be in Discord because I have an announcements channel and I at everyone in the announcements channel and I let you know when I'm going to be going live. I don't know. Hey, what up? I have no idea. Well, apparently I think Jess said that she doesn't actually even believe in the sage spray at all. So I have no idea. Oh, Discord is free. Guys, Discord is free to everyone. Please come join us. And if you missed the first part or if you're going to miss other ones, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube. It's TessicaVision, same name as here, because I will be posting this replay on YouTube tomorrow. Yeah, come join Discord. Whoop, whoop, boop, 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 boop. For her cards, you can contact her in Discord or you can contact her on TikTok. If you make sure you're following her on TikTok, just tell them how they can get your cards. They can get cards from you. The spray is basically smudging. A link in my bio has my Discord in there. The girl, the story I'm reading, she actually makes cards. Like, that's what she does. She makes these really cool fucking 3D cards. It's like a little business that she has. So someone was asking about it. Right now, message me. I'm working on a website. Cool, cool, cool. I can't wait for you to go live and sell your cards, Jess. Ooh. No, not playing cards. Like greeting cards. But they're so cool. I don't have it right next to me or else I would show you the card that she made me. I don't know where my little bag of things is. It's over here somewhere, but she made me a card and it was Yes, Luna. Yes. Yeah, you joined Discord. Woo! Sage does not work against aliens. I would assume it wouldn't. Hi. Because, it doesn't work against mean people. Guys, I'm going to pause the live just to refresh it because I'm feeling a little laggy. Hold on one second. All right. There's a documentary on this story called The Extraordinary The Seeding on Prime. Well, this is someone's story in here, so I don't think there's a documentary on her specific story. There's probably a documentary on a similar story. Right? Yeah, everyone come join. If you're having trouble joining Discord, make sure that you are, it's a similar story. Lost my train of thought. If you're having trouble joining Discord, what do you guys do? Either try to open it in your browser, try to copy and paste the link, make sure you're signed in. There's like a lot of things. Yes, we already started. Discord, I don't know how to describe it other than this, so I'm just going to say because I'm 40, it's like a really big chat room. It's like a big chat room. It's actually called a server. It's my Discord server, but it's like basically a huge chat room that has like all these little sub chat rooms in it. So like you're in, copy paste works best. Okay. So you're in this big chat room, and then you can go into little sub chat rooms like general, glitches, paranormal, food and recipes, pets, and you can just chat with people. Chat room works for me, and I'm 25 if that makes you feel better. Yes, thank you. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube, and make sure you're subscribed on YouTube and you join the Discord and check out my merch and all the other things. Okay, we're going to continue now. Are you guys ready? Put an emoji in the chat if you're ready to continue for part 2. It's kind of like Twitter, but just a group. Yes. The trouble we got into in chat rooms. Sending myself the link and joining that way worked for me. Okay, cool. Thank you, Tiny. Thank you, Raina. All right. Let me take a sip of my water, and then we're doing part 2. Okay, here we go. If you've ever heard of any of my other stories, you know that I've suffered 13 miscarriages. I want to just remind you that there's a trigger warning for miscarriages, so if that's a thing for you, please leave the chat. This part is hard to listen to. You don't have to listen if you don't want to. You know that I've suffered 13 miscarriages. There were 2 in particular that struck me as odd. They were all heart-wrenching, and I didn't know how I would get through them, but I continued to survive each and every one. For one of those losses, everything was fine. The baby was healthy. I was healthy. There was no reason whatsoever to worry that this time we would lose it. I was 16 weeks along and headed to my doctor appointment to find out if we could tell the sex this early. My husband at the time, couldn't get off work, so I went by myself. When I was in the room and the doctor was doing the ultrasound, she kept huffing and moving the wand every which way. She did everything she could to keep me from thinking anything was wrong. Then, after about 5 minutes, I asked if she could see the sex. She just sighed, pulled out the wand, looked at me, and said, "Your baby is unalived." I can't say that other word. Then, without another word, she left the room. Why would she do that? She left me there in total shock with no answers. I was utterly alone. I couldn't even process what she had told me. The baby was kicking the night before. There's no way it's not alive. She must be mistaken. After letting my mind reel for about 10 minutes, a nurse finally came in to schedule a D&C to remove the fetus. I started bawling, told the nurse that what had just happened, and she was extremely sweet. She held my hand and walked me through the ultrasound and what the next steps were that we were to take. She told me that the doctor had written down that there was no medical cause for the death of my baby. She tried reassuring me that these things happen sometimes, but I wasn't hearing any of it. I was sobbing and pleading with God to bring my baby back. After letting me process everything, the nurse and I went over the schedule for my surgery. The soonest appointment they had was for 1 month later. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just process that with me here. I had just been told out of the blue that my baby was unalived, was not alive. The doctor had walked out on me and left me to process that news on my own. And now the nurse is telling me that I had to keep this dead baby inside me for an entire month. I was out of my mind with rage and grief. I made the appointment and stormed out of the office. I did hear the nurse yelling at the doctor for how she handled things, but the doctor, lovely peach of a woman, sensed the sarcasm there, told the nurse, "Oh, she's been through this so many times. She knows the drill. She's fine. I don't even know why they keep trying. They're just going to unalive anyway." What the actual fuck? I'm sorry. Excuse me? Who is this doctor? What a fucking dick. Oh my God. Excuse my language, everybody. Oh, I'm so mad right now. You know that instinct to not murder someone? Yeah, mine was whispering to me that it was going on vacation. I have never wanted to end someone so much in my entire life. But I digress. This was in July 2004. By July 2005, I had a little munchkin in my arms. She just turned 18 a few weeks ago. Time tries to heal all wounds, but having an unalive baby inside of you for a month leaves permanent emotional scars. After I had calmed down from that doctor's appointment and a few days had gone by, I began to have strange dreams. Some nights I would wake up screaming, others I would wake up crying. I thought it was due to all the hormones and trauma that I was dealing with, but one morning upon waking, I remembered my dream. It started out with me singing to the baby, rubbing my belly, and getting ready for bed. Then in an instant, I was inside of a cold, dark room. It looked like a doctor's office, but it was also like a morgue/laboratory. Whatever this room was, it was not a place that you want to find yourself. I was strapped down in a chair and screaming bloody murder. I didn't know why I was screaming, but I felt a pang of anguish and fear mixed with blind fury. Then I was surrounded by masked figures who were inserting a needle into my belly. I begged and pleaded for them to please not take another one. That's when I woke up, shot out of bed, and started sobbing and screaming. I just held my belly and wept with a deep sorrow that I have only felt a handful of times in my life. 13 presently, to be exact. I grabbed a mirror and tried to inspect my belly, but it had been well over a week since my baby had passed away. There was nothing that I could find, but I knew that my baby had been I can't say these words. I knew that my baby had been unalived, but the M word. I don't want to get kicked off of TikTok. Its poor precious little life had been snuffed out maliciously by an unseen invader. How could they have done this to me? Had they been the cause of my previous miscarriages? Would they try to take future babies from me? The aliens I had met in my childhood were kind. These entities were pure evil. Why had the kind blonde aliens not saved me? Thank you, Turner. Why did the evil ones have to take my baby? Why was I put through everything when it seemed that no one else had to suffer anything? Years later, as I was talking with Justin about this, he flipped the script on me. He told me that I wasn't being picked on, but picked out. I was chosen for all of these trials, spirits, demons, aliens, flesh pedestrians, etc., because I was the only one strong enough to go through them. Only I could survive everything that was being thrown my way. If you've never fallen in love over and over with the same man, that would do it right there. I never knew that I could love somebody so much within a single sentence. So back to the aliens. While having my D&C a month after my loss, they told me that they didn't see a reason why the baby would have passed away. They also refused to tell me the gender because I didn't pay them the $500 for that information that my insurance didn't cover. Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm sorry. Ew. All they had to do was look, but they couldn't even be bothered to do that. That still irks me. After all of that trauma, I decided that I would never let the aliens take me again. Obviously, I had no way of preventing that, but I was determined to fight back should the chance ever rear its head again. Don't worry, it did. In December 2017, Justin and I found out that we were pregnant. The fertility treatments had worked. We were beyond elated. At our 8-week checkup, we brought our 4 kids with us to see the baby's heartbeat and make it real for them. My mom came along too to help watch them. She was so nervous that the baby would not be alive and that we would traumatize our children by having them there seeing it. I just knew in my heart, though, that everything was good. I knew that this baby was going to make it. As the ultrasound started, we found out that we were having twins. Ooh. We've always wanted twins, so we were speechless and consumed with joy. The doctor hurriedly moved the wand past the first baby and immediately focused on the second baby. He showed us the heartbeat and we got to watch it wiggle around. He said that the heartbeat was really strong and there should be no cause for concern. That wiped out whatever fears I had. I was swallowed up in bliss, surrounded by my family and feeling nothing but pure love in that moment. When I asked about the first baby, the doctor just gave me a darting glance. I knew what that meant. My heart shattered. Just as quickly as it had been overflowing with joy, it depleted with sorrow. I looked at my mom and she understood. She told the kids that they were being too loud and that they needed to wait outside. She took them out and the doctor showed us the other baby. It was not alive. No heartbeat, no shape, just a little black mass sitting next to our living baby. It had already started being reabsorbed by my body, so it must have passed away at around 5 weeks. I'm sorry, I keep trying to figure out what words to say instead of the words. Oh my God. I started to panic, thinking that the living baby would somehow be affected by the non-living baby, but the doctor assured us that because they were in 2 different sacs, they were completely separate from one another. That meant that whatever caused the first one to pass away should have no impact on the other one. That gave me a small comfort. I was still excited that we would have at least one more baby to love and nurture in this life. I decided to change up my viewpoint again and realized how lucky we were to have this precious baby in our lives. Don't get me wrong, I grieved for the loss of my first baby hard, but I had to stay positive to make sure that my grief didn't cause my hormones to affect the baby that we still had. The doc wanted to see me back in 1 week to keep an eye on things and make sure all was well. During that next week, I hyped up the healthy baby to the kids, started allowing myself to be happy, and just generally had a nice week. At that follow-up appointment 1 week later, though, you guessed it, the baby was not alive. At that appointment, we went back for another ultrasound to see if the unalived baby had been fully reabsorbed and to check on the growth of the living baby. It was like I was back in the room all alone with that female doctor all over again. This doctor was just as short, curt, and upsetting as the female one had been. They work in the same office, so why did you go back to that office? Oh my God. Anyways, at least I had Justin this time. The doctor kept searching around to find a heartbeat and get measurements. No heartbeat, just a tiny little body left lifeless in my womb again. He was very clinical about the whole thing. The baby was measuring at 8 weeks and 1 day. That means that it had stopped living the day after the initial ultrasound. The day after? Why? It was healthy and with a strong heartbeat. Why were we being forced to go through this again? That was loss number 10. It's been 5.5 years and we've lost 3 more since then. I have a feeling I know why, but I'm saving that for part 3. At this point in my story, I literally broke down every time I tried to write it, so I decided to allow you all to see my private thoughts. This diary entry from our loss of the twins will give you just a gist of what we went through with the losses. Insurance, that's why. Okay. All right, here's the diary entry. I'm kind of scared to read this, but okay. January 2018. It's been 2 weeks and 2 days since we found out that our second twin, I'm just going to say died. Hopefully TikTok doesn't kick me off. If it had happened 1 week earlier, I think I would have been more mentally prepared. I was prepared for them to tell me it wasn't alive at my 8-week ultrasound. When we found out that it was twins and that one of them was living, I let my guard down and got so attached and so hopeful that I was in total and utter disbelief and shock when 1 week later we found out that it had also passed away. It all happened so fast. Most of it is still a blur. We had the ultrasound, found out it had died, and they rushed me over to some room where a nurse was getting my information and scheduling a DNC for an hour from then with some random doctor that I didn't know. After I caught my breath and realized what was happening, I shouted at them to stop. I told them it was all happening too fast and I needed the weekend to grieve and figure out what we wanted to do. When I saw my doctor the following Monday, I stormed out in a panic, grief-stricken rage. That night, Justin and I held each other and cried and screamed and yelled at God with all my might. Why? Why did I have to go through this again? Why wasn't losing 9 children enough? Why did I have to lose 10? How many more would he take from me? I was so upset that I literally sobbed myself to sleep. Around 6 o'clock Saturday morning, the following morning after finding out that it had passed away, I woke up in the most intense pain. I didn't want to wake anyone, so I went into my bathroom and cried in silence as I realized the pain I was experiencing was actually labor. My body was betraying me yet again. I was so angry. How could I be forced to lose the one thing we have wanted for so long? Why did I have to go through this pain again? Why couldn't God let me wait and have the D&C in just 2 days' time with my own doctor after I'd have time to process everything? After about an hour of sitting on the toilet alone in agony with nothing coming out of me, I decided to go lie back down and see if it would ease up. After 20 more minutes, I had woken Justin up with my silent, or so I thought, screams. We were back in the bathroom, and by this time, the labor pain was so intense, I literally screamed at the top of my lungs for God to take it away. After another few contractions, I heard something splash into the water. I couldn't bear to look, so Justin put on some cleaning gloves and carefully removed it from the water. It was our precious little baby. It looked so perfect and so peaceful. You could see its eyes, hands, fingers, legs, everything. It looked just like a real baby. That's when I lost it. I screamed a scream I've never heard my body make before. It was the sound of complete and utter sorrow. It was a noise that will haunt me and Justin for the rest of our lives. It's a sound that I hope I will never make again. Baby pig here. Okay. Here's the deal, friends. She has a picture of it. I don't know if you want to see it. She sent me it. Do you think I'll get banned? Wait, someone said I'll get banned. Do you think I'm going to get banned? I don't think I'll get banned. Yes, they will ban you. Okay. She will put it on Discord. Okay. So because they ban you for a lot of things. Okay. So she will put it on Discord. When she puts all the pictures up later, she'll put it up there. I don't want to take the risk of getting banned. Honestly. Yeah. If you think this is a lot and it's too much information, please feel free to leave the live. I did do a disclaimer before that this was going to be in here. This is somebody's story that we're reading. If you're uncomfortable with it, this is a trigger warning for this stuff, miscarriages and things like that. So if you're uncomfortable, please leave and come back. This is still part 2. Yes. The Discord is in the link in my bio. You can get to my Discord. Okay? If it's too much, please leave. That we're reading a story. It is very sad. I know. We're going to be getting back to more alien. There's more alien stuff. This is an alien abduction story. This is just part of her story that she's sharing. Thank you, Turner. Thank you, Turner. Okay, so it will be in Discord, so go check out the Discord. It will, go join the Discord. All right, I'm going to continue reading. If you're uncomfortable with this, please feel free to leave. Okay. Justin placed our precious angel into a Ziploc bag so that we could take it to be tested and see why it had passed as well. I thought that was it. That it was all over at this point and that my contractions started up again. I ran back to the bathroom and endured another 5 minutes of agonizing pain until I heard another splash. This time it was the placenta. Justin bagged that up as well and we cleaned up and headed to the ER. Once we got there, I let him do the talking. I was in and out of it for the entire visit. It really is a blur and I don't remember much, but I do remember one thing. They had put an IV in, given me pain and anxiety anxiety meds and had done CT scans, ultrasounds, painful pelvic exams, and blood work, none of which I really remembered. Then the nurse came in with what looked like a to-go cup for salsa from Chili's. She told Justin to place the products of conception in the cup and she would take them to the pathology for testing, as if it was a routine procedure and nothing to be upset about. I remember the look on Justin's face. It was a look I'd never seen before. He looked as if someone had torn out his heart and was asking him to just hand it over and send it away like it was no big deal. I told the nurse that we wouldn't do it. We needed a moment to say goodbye. She gave us a few minutes to hold the baby one last time and say goodbye forever. Once she realized that we couldn't do it ourselves, she asked if we'd like her to do it. We told her yes, and she took the baby and placenta and closed the curtain so I couldn't see what she was doing. Justin watched her and started crying, which made me cry. Now here's the part I remember with full and absolute clarity. Once she was done placing our child in a stupid, awful container, she held it up in her hand like it was no big deal, like it was a stool sample or some other routine waste that she collected daily, and she started walking out of the room. I screamed and told her she couldn't have it. I told her to bring my baby back. I made that awful agonizing sound once more and begged for her to please bring it back. Once I realized she wasn't going to, I tried to get up and get it back. Justin came over, tears streaming down his face, and embraced me with the warmest hug he had ever given me before. It was so nice until I realized that he was holding me down so the nurse could take our child away, never to be seen again. I screamed, I hit him, I wailed in agony, and then I finally released all my pain into his arms, and we both held each other and cried for what seemed like an eternity. By this point, the nurse realized that I was not going to let her take our baby away without a fight, so she put something in my IV to forcefully calm me down. I don't like that. After a few minutes, I fell asleep, and that's the last thing I remember until I woke up at home nearly 5 that evening. Apparently, according to Justin, we stayed in the ER for a few more hours until I was cleared to go home. He took me to Denny's to feed me. I vaguely remember seeing French toast and drinking milk. He brought me home, got me all settled on the couch, made sure the kids knew what was happening and how to take care of me. He went to BioLife to donate plasma, went to pick up my medicine, and then came home right as I woke up. I cried for the rest of the weekend when I wasn't sleeping from depressive exhaustion. And then I saw my OB doc on Monday. She said everything looked great, but that hospital had disposed of the fetus, so they couldn't do pathology testing on it to see why it had also not lived. Are you fucking kidding me? How do you dispose of an unalive baby when it was clearly stated that we wanted it tested? I honestly think it was the nurse that took it away who accidentally marked it for disposal instead of testing, but we'll never know. Now, I was so distraught by this news that I literally wanted to die. The pain was getting worse and worse. And by Friday, I was in so much pain that I went back to my OB to find out why. After doing an exam and an ultrasound, we found out that my uterus and bladder were swollen so badly that they made me get on antibiotics right away. I guess there wasn't an infection, but something was making them swell up and caused me to have severe pain. So they put me on meds just to be safe. They also put me on antidepressants because of the anxiety and emotional pain that I was feeling. It's now been 2 weeks and 1 day since I held my baby in my hands and said goodbye. I'm finally to a point where I can think about it without bawling my eyes out and wishing that I were not alive too. It's still fresh and very painful, but the pain is dulling. It's a pain I've now experienced 10 times. This one was the hardest, but it will not deter me from trying again when we're ready. If anything, I now know that I can make it through anything that life throws at me. I can do hard things and survive. Jessica. Okay, I know this story is long. That was the end of the journal entry. I know this story is long, and you're probably wondering what all of this baby loss stuff has to do with aliens. Well, remember how the first twin reabsorbed, the second twin passed away of unknown causes, my uterus and bladder were swollen so badly that it sent me to a doctor, and how there was no infection and the baby was accidentally disposed of. They are all connected to an abduction I had with 8-foot-tall grays. When I was still blissfully pregnant with the twins, unaware of that fact yet, I was abducted by 4 8-foot-tall gray aliens. Do you want me to show you should I show these yet? The pictures of what the grays look like? Yes, I thought so. Okay. If you don't know what grays look like, I'm sure we all do because that's pretty much what everyone says aliens look like. This is what they look like. Hold on. She sent some pictures. So here are just a few pictures of grays. These are not the actual aliens, just so you're aware. These are pictures of grays so you have an idea of what grays look like. If you don't know, Do they have hair on their faces for real, though? These are the ones, this is where everyone gets like the alien face from, right? These are the ones that people are scared of. And they're super tall, right? These are not the short. Those are the short ones. Oh, sorry. These are even worse. These are even worse, guys. These are the 8-foot tall grays. I showed the wrong ones. Here they are. Hold on. I'm trying to get the thing. I'm so sorry. There's short ones and tall ones. These are the tall ones. These are even fucking worse. The big heads and the fucking big ass eyes, and they do look not cool. They don't look cool. They don't look nice like these beautiful ones did. They do not look cool. You can't look. Yeah, so that's those. Okay, hold on. On with the story. We're still on part 2. We have 4 parts. We're still on part 2. We're almost done with part 2, though. Kind of. Nope, we're not. We're not. I lied. We're not almost done. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Justin and I were asleep in the tiny closet portal home, and I had to use the bathroom. When I opened my eyes to roll out of bed, I saw 4 beings taller than my bedroom door just standing at the doorway to my bathroom/closet, staring back at me with a frightening intensity. It was then that I attempted to waste Sorry, guys. It was then that I attempted to wake Justin up, but as quickly as I blinked, I was on their ship. I was strapped down in some type of examination chair while the 4 tall aliens were behind me, chattering in some weird clicking/screeching language. As soon as I realized what was happening, I attempted to scream. I was wriggling all around trying to get out of my restraints, but they were too tight. That's when I heard more entities enter the room I was being held captive in. The clicking and chattering got more intense and much louder. That's when I found my voice and used my mom strength to scream at the top of my lungs. I started screaming and thrashing and doing anything I could to release myself from captivity. 2 of the tall beings ran over and tried to inject me with something. That's when I found my mom strength and ripped myself free from the restraints. They were some type of super strong fabric that I had managed to stretch just enough to pull my arms and legs free. I grabbed the needle out of the hand of the taller one and stabbed him with it. He stumbled back and fell to the ground without ever losing my enraged gaze. Just then, I was surrounded by 6 or 7 more of them, and they held me down and wrestled the needle out of my hand. I kicked, screamed, and thrashed until one of them placed his hands on my temples and relayed a message to me without speaking. He compelled me to calm down and listen. I did, but it definitely wasn't my own free will keeping me calm. All of a sudden, the clicks and screeches turned into a language that I could understand. I heard the tall one that I had stabbed gasping for air in between cries for help. I heard a cacophony of voices all coordinating their plans to get me back into the exam chair and then help their friend whom I had just stabbed. I just wanted to reiterate that point a few times. Don't try to inject me with your alien meds or I will return the favor. They kept looking at the shortest of them all, probably 7 feet tall, and yelling out things like, "She shouldn't be awake. How could she move? Why isn't the," alien name of the medicine I'm assuming, "working? This has never happened before," etc. Sidebar, in every doctor evaluation I have ever had, they all say the exact same thing to me. I've never seen that before. So when I heard the entity saying, "This has never happened before," it made me laugh. Justin knows he's been there at all of my appointments. It's a running inside joke between us. Between y'all now too, I guess. Anywho, back to the aliens. I'm assuming the shortest alien was the head honcho, hence why they were all looking to him for answers. He told them all to back away from me, help their friend, and leave the room. He looked down at me on the cold, hard floor and placed an image in my mind. He showed me the baby inside of me. I saw its little body and heard its heartbeat for the first time. I gasped and jumped off of the floor, ready to run. He said in my mind, "There's nowhere for you to run. Your best option is to sit back down and protect the fetus from further trauma." What did he mean by that? I responded by backing all the way up to the wall on the other side of the room, glaring into his black eyes the entire way there. I made it known that they would never be allowed to touch me or my baby again. It was then that he released our connection and he left the room. There I was once again left in a medical room all alone to deal with an incomprehensible situation with an unborn baby. It was a twisted parallel situation, that's for sure. Once he had left the room, I started to examine myself to make sure that I wasn't still hooked up to anything. I had a small puncture wound in my belly, but that was all I could find at the moment. I then heard faint footsteps heading towards the room. I knew that if I stayed there much longer, I would not be walking away with a living baby. They had taken so many from me already, so I grabbed some metal thing off the examination table next to the chair and left the room. There were no doors on this ship, only hallways and rooms. Once I was out of the cold, sterile room, I crept around like a fat ninja on meth and stayed as close to the walls as possible. I was pregnant, full of alien medicine, and in a hostile environment where everyone wanted to harm me if they could find me. I was twitchy, trying not to breathe heavily, and completely out of my element. There was nowhere to hide. I was completely exposed and at the mercy of every being on that ship. Once I had completed my journey down several corridors successfully, I saw a giant room with nothing in it. No exam tables, no screaming people being experimented on, no giant aliens, just emptiness. It was dark, too. As I was coming up to it, I heard more clicking noises and footsteps, so I ninja'd my way into that room and became part of the inside wall. I was as still as a statue and highly alert. My heart was beating out of my chest and I felt like I was going to pass out. Remember, I was still under the influence of whatever liquid was in that needle. Whatever they had injected me with was strong, but I was stronger. The clicking got louder and louder until it was just outside of the room that I was in. Just then, the entire ship went silent. It was like I had lost my hearing. I couldn't even hear my own heartbeat anymore. I never experienced silence like that before, and I hope never to again. It was a terrifying void, and I was slave to it. That sounds very scary. The silence freaks me out. Okay. As I gazed around the room, eyes wider than I thought humanly possible, I saw a faint glowing light. It started out so faint, I thought it was a trick of the eyes. It kept getting brighter and brighter, though. Just as it was bright enough to cast light onto my terrified face, all of the sounds of the ship were restored, and I fell to the ground and covered my ears fiercely. It was so loud and so bright that I thought that I had died for a moment. Was I trapped in a space between heaven and hell? I was so exhausted, confused, scared, and cold that I just looked up and I gave in. I stood up to face whatever fate they had in store for me. I couldn't keep up this game of cat and mouse forever. Eventually they would find me, so I might as well meet them halfway. I just wanted to go home to Justin, and I knew that that wouldn't be possible without their help, so I gazed into the bright light until my eyes adjusted. What was I looking at? This wasn't an alien. This was a face that I knew. A beautiful face with a beautiful sing-song voice coming from it. It was me! I'm just joking. When the light dimmed, I saw the beautiful long blonde hair caressing the shoulders of the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. She was my friend. This one from my childhood, the one that had taken me when I was 5 years old, the one that had driven me around in a domed roof car under the sea, the one that had promised to always be there for me. She was there to save me, right? You just spit out your water. Sorry. Once I realized who she was, I ran up to her. I gave her the biggest bear hug I could muster and then collapsed into her arms. As her image grew hazy and my eyelids grew heavy, I gave into my exhaustion and trusted that she would take me home to protect my baby from these tall, gray aliens. I was wrong. ... End of part 2. There's 2 more parts, guys. There's 2 more parts, but we're breaking end of part 2 for a second. There's more. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's more. There's more. I don't like it. I don't like that she tricked. I don't like it. Ooh. Okay. Oh, wait. We're voting. I know. 1.2K. Guys, this story is very intense. There's 2 more parts. There's 2 more parts. We're going to read the whole thing. So stay tuned. Stay in the room. If you
have missed anything, or if you want to rewatch this, make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube. It's TessicaVision, same name as here, because this TikTok live replay will be on YouTube tomorrow. So you can watch the whole thing. That part was so hard to write down. This is the girl whose story this is. She's one of my mods. This is her story. I can imagine, girlfriends. I can imagine. Thank you very much for sharing everything with us. Thank you, Carrie. This whole story is crazy intense. That part had to be very, very hard to write down. Oh, you're on the edge of your seat. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna keep going. Hold on. We're voting. Did we like part 2? Happy face for yes and sad face for no. No, we're gonna vote right now. You guys love to vote. I love that you love to vote. There's more. Don't worry. There's 2 more parts we're gonna read. This could be a movie. Thank you, Capri. How long have we been on so far so I can go on YouTube tomorrow? We've been on for 2 hours. So we've been on for 2 hours, but I didn't start reading. I think we've been reading for about an hour. I'm staying so interesting. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Persevere. Thank you guys so much for sending the lemonade buddies. Those are my favorite right now. And that's the gift goal. Right, you're right. It was 56 minutes when I started reading part 1. Thank you so much. 1.3K people. Woo! Stay tuned. We have 2 more parts to read to finish up this crazy long and crazy cool. I mean, not cool for you because you experienced it, but cool for us to listen to. Very interesting. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you so much, everyone who's sending gifts. Alien abduction story. This totally should be a movie. Totally totals. Totally totals. I'm not sure how long I'll be on. I normally stay on until about midnight, which is about 2 more hours. A little less than 2 more hours. I know, Jillian. I like the story, but I didn't like putting a happy face with such sadness. I know. It's really hard to do that, but... Yes, well, you missed the beginning. Well, the first, in the beginning, there was one of the times that she was abducted when she was 5. We just read about another time that she was abducted when she was older and pregnant. We're in the middle of that one now. That's okay. You can watch it. You can watch the replay on YouTube tomorrow. For everyone asking, my blood type is A+. Wait, why are people asking about your blood type? I know, Cheyenne, I know. I wonder too, Justina. Persevere! Woo! Yes, seriously, you need to let us know when you do a book, girlfriends, so we can all buy it. You voted sad because the smiley face didn't feel right. I know. RH negative people seem to be targeted. Oh, I didn't know that. What about your kiddo's blood type? Interesting, guys. Interesting. You're RH negative? Watch out. You're O negative, O positive. Interesting, guys. Okay. Are you guys ready? I'm ready for part 3. Are we ready for part 3? Okay. Do you guys want to chat a little bit more, or are you ready for part 3? Ready, ready, ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, Eddie, Eddie. I'm ready, Eddie, Eddie. Okay, part 3. All right, let's get to part 3. Let's put this part 2 away. Hold on. Okay. Yes, thank you, Turner. Okay. Here we go. Part 3. I felt the light on my face before I saw it. It was warm, inviting, familiar. I opened my eyes and saw the familiar surroundings of my bedroom. It was morning. I was in between that hazy place where you're still in a dream, but real life starts to creep in. It was in this state that I suddenly remembered what had happened to me those several weeks ago. I jumped up with a gasp, checked my body for what? I don't even know. Puncture marks, bruising, weird spots, basically anything that would prove that what I had been through wasn't just a terrifying nightmare. It had been several weeks since that encounter, so I wasn't sure if I would find anything. That's when I remembered the needle that they stuck in my belly. I furiously tore off my shirt, and there it was, an almost invisible tiny pinprick mark. It was real. I knew it. That pinprick mark turned into another red spot on my body. I still have it to this day. Did you want me to show that? Hold on. Is it here? No, I don't think you have that one here. You don't have this one here, right? Not the belly one. Okay. I rolled over, woke Justin up, and told him everything. I showed him the mark and waited while he processed everything. He gave me a hug, told me he was sorry that I had to go through that alone, and then we talked through it until I felt comfortable enough to go about my daily routine. At the first ultrasound appointment I had, where they told us that we had lost the first twin, they suspected it had died around 5 weeks. If you're thinking ahead of me on this, then you guessed it. Ding, ding, ding. I was 5 weeks pregnant when the tall grays abducted me and injected a needle into my belly. They had taken yet another baby from my womb without my permission. They had left something behind to mimic a reabsorbing fetus. I knew the truth, though. Whatever it was they left behind in the womb was not created by me. What? After about a month, I lost the second twin. About a month after I lost the second twin, 2 weeks after my diary entry, they returned. It was similar to the abduction a few months earlier. I woke up, I saw the tall gray aliens again, blinked, was strapped on an exam table, not in a chair this time, and was aware of every single thing happening to me. I screamed, struggled, thrashed, bit, spit, everything I could do to keep them from touching me and experimenting even more. This time, though, they were prepared. The shorter gray, the head doctor, I'm assuming, came over and once again placed his hands on my temples. He forced me to calm down and comply while also communicating with me. I could understand what all of the grays were saying again. This time, instead of taking a baby from my womb, they showed me a baby they had in some sort of floating stasis chamber. I don't know what the chamber was exactly, but the baby was floating there in some sort of fluid. I would recognize that little body anywhere. They had stolen my second twin. They had somehow taken it from the hospital and kept it for experimentation. I was the perfect blend of anguished and livid. They just poked the bear, and oh boy, would they regret that. I found a newfound strength only moms can understand. Instead of trying to physically overpower these gray asshats, I used the mental connection that the head doctor had created with me and turned it around on him. I pushed him out of my head and crossed the bridge over into his mind. It was a jumbled dumpster fire in a black hole at first, but once I found an anchor point, his fear of me, I was in. He was afraid of me. That was the first thing I had seen clearly when I was probing his mind. Once he felt that I had severed his connection and crossed into his head, he tried to let go of my mind, but he couldn't. I had taken control. He could no longer hurt me. I kept his hands on my temples to keep the mental bridge open. If you ask me how I did this, I'll tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. Not the expected, I don't know, but the unexpected. My spirit and will to live was stronger than his will to dominate a worthless insect like me. He viewed all humans as insects to be dissected, studied, and used for their gain. I was unlike any other insect he had come across before. I wasn't someone you wanted to get entangled with in a spiritual/mental fight. If you know, you know. And we know, if you've heard Jess's other story, you know. I then saw flashes of a room he was trying to hide from me. He was trying to block my access to his image map
to this room. For some reason, this room was the one place that they could not let me get to. And for that reason, it was the only place that I would be going after I release myself from this torture. Believe me, I'm leaving out the very delicate and very gory parts of my stay on this 1-star rated spaceship. Not even Justin knows the full extent of the things I endured while being spirited away by these aliens. After winning the fight for mental control with the short gray, I was able to use his telepathic connection to control the other grays that were experimenting on me, cutting me, injecting me, causing bleeding, bruising, and scarring. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. He was able to get them to unbind my limbs and leave the room. I didn't realize that they worked like a hive mind until I was in control of them. Not exactly a hive mind, but similar. There's nothing I've ever seen in movies or TV that has ever depicted the way these beings were connected. Words escape me when trying to explain it, so a hive mind is the closest comparison that I can express. Once they all left and I was free from my bonds, I'm sorry, I turned around and had a damn cowboy hat on. Sorry. Okay. Once they all left and I was free from my bonds, I allowed him to remove his hands from me, but I kept the mental connection. I started to feel very weak. It was taking a physical toll to be in mental control like this. The longer I was connected to him, the weaker I became. I was already weakened due to blood loss and extreme torture, so this connection was taking everything I had left in me to point. I forced him into the chair beside the table, bound him as he bound me, severed the connection, and ran like a bat out of hell. I was dripping blood as I ran through the endless maze of corridors, trying to follow the mental map that he had unwittingly shown me. My singular focus was to get to that room. I knew they would be hot on my heels. I was leaving them a nice slippery trail to follow. So I ignored everything external. I could hear other humans screaming in agony. I could see body parts and other unspeakable things just laying in exam/surgical rooms. I could feel the pain seeping out of every pore in that ship, but I couldn't do a thing about it if I got caught. I had to keep running. I had to get to that room. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, evading entities not of this world on a ship that was more technologically advanced than I could ever try to describe in 1,000 lifetimes, I found the room. This was the only room on the entire ship with a door. It looked as if it was almost a solid object. On one hand, I could ram into it with my entire body and not make a dent, but on the other hand, it looked as if I could walk right through it. Interesting. It almost shimmered like a mirage in the desert. I took a few moments to compose my thoughts and remember if I had seen how to gain ingress into this forbidden suite. I closed my eyes, steadied my breath, and felt for the answer. Just as soon as I had felt that I was back in the mental map, I felt him probing for me. I was somehow still connected to him. I didn't even think. I just used that connection to gain the information I needed to defeat the extra-dimensional door and enter the chamber I was so clearly not allowed to be privy to. There it was, the answer on how to get into that room. I could feel his hot rage knowing that he had lost. I severed our connection at that point and used the forbidden knowledge he had tried to keep from me, opened the door and entered the room. I cannot tell you how I was able to enter the room because that knowledge has been taken from me. In fact, the memory of most of my abduction experiences have been taken from me. I am allowed to remember bits and pieces, then more bits and pieces have come to me as the years go on. My theory on this is my biology. There is something so profoundly strange about my biology that doctors are constantly perplexed by my health issues. Even otherworldly beings express confusion when their advanced medicines don't affect me as designed. I don't know what I am, but I do know that I am wholly different from all around me. My mom was adopted. We know that we have Native American DNA somewhere in our ancestry through her birth lineage, but to assume that it has anything to do with all of my spiritual and physical gifts is something I'm not yet able to surmise. With so many ancestral question marks and unknown origins in my line, I can't rule out that somewhere in there, someone may have taken out or added something into my family's DNA. You can hypothesize whether or not you think I may be a hybrid, but I cannot say. All I can admit to is being able to overpower, communicate with, and baffle off world entities.
The conclusion is yours to come to. As for the room itself, it was the control center of the entire spacecraft. Before me sat consoles, living computers. That's the best way to describe them. Living computers. What is that like? Holograms of every part of the ship, like security cameras, but actually tangible, and so much more that defies all description. That was it. This was my way out. This was the bargaining chip I needed to end this infernal torture. As I heard the clicks and footsteps making their way towards me, I noticed that in the very front of the room, the wall seemed abnormal. It had a fluidity to it that I hadn't seen in any other part of the ship. I was so intrigued by it that I nearly forgot how terrifyingly close I was to capture. I was mesmerized. I limped forwards towards the wall, reached my hand up to touch it, and was instantly transported. I was suddenly in an all-white room, not freezing nor dark, not filled with screaming and dread, just white and empty. I almost felt guilty for dripping blood on the pristine marble-textured floors, but before I could get my bearings, I was ripped back into the spacecraft I had come from. I was so dizzy and nauseous that I had to sit down on the floor. I expelled any contents from my stomach that had been dwelling there during my excursion to this hellish place, and found myself surrounded once more by these giant gray beings. The jig was up. I was too weak to fight back, whether it be physically or mentally. My ability to carry on was at capacity. The short head doctor appeared in front of me through the parted crowd. There were nearly 20 alien beings in this room ready to tear me to shreds. The doctor, however, was intrigued by my plight. I still had some sort of connection with him and could still understand their words and thoughts. He wanted to understand why the medicine to sedate me didn't work. It worked for literally every other being they had ever taken, so what made me different? Just as he was about to grab me and yank me back to the exam room, there was a whooshing noise behind me, and the fluid-like wall opened up and grabbed me. I was then transported back into the giant white room. This time, though, there were people inside. It was so bright in this room that it took me a moment to focus my eyes. It wasn't this bright a few minutes earlier when I had stumbled into it by happenstance. Then I realized it wasn't the room that was bright, it was the people in it. They were all so beautiful. They had beautiful blonde hair, pale skin, and blue eyes. It was the eyes. There was just something off about those eyes. Once I was able to focus and see these people for what they were, a familiar face walked up to me. It was the face of a man that I had seen only one other time in my life. He was the man that had been in the back seat of a domed car that I had been in while driving under the sea. He had that same beautiful smile, but there was something about his demeanor that left me feeling unsettled. He was off. Interesting. He gave me some water and a chair and started to talk with me. I asked him what was going on, what this place was, how I had gotten here, etc. He stared at me for a second and then glanced around the room. The others had stopped talking and they were looking directly at us. He shooed them away and then began telling me everything. He told me that after I had gone home from the hospital, on the day that we took the second twin baby in after I miscarried, he was tasked with doing whatever it took to secure the fetus before it could be tested. If anyone on Earth had been able to test the fetus, they would have found remarkable things of interest that would require further study. It was at this time that I felt a familiar prodding at the back of my mind. I felt that this entire experience held great significance, greater than just remembering it all, but I didn't yet understand the importance of that thought. He went on to tell me that in order to keep anyone from asking any questions, he had also been tasked with taking me and making sure that no traces of anything could be found in my system, including my womb. The medicine they gave me to keep me sedated didn't work fully, so while I was thrashing around during the abduction, they did end up having problems retrieving everything from my womb, hence the swelling of my womb and bladder following the miscarriage. The doctors couldn't explain it, but now I understood.
He said that the medicine they used to erase memories seemed to work that time. However, they couldn't understand why it didn't work every time. They have never had issues before with me remembering, so these past few abduction experiences were an anomaly, and they were taking me more and more to do testing to figure out what the issue was. He then admitted that I had been a critical test subject my entire life. The babies they kept taking were of great importance. I was allowed to keep the 4 I have now because they couldn't risk damaging my mental capacity by allowing me to only have loss and suffering. They needed to know both the positive and negative impacts of these experiments. He asked me to recall every abduction I could and to go into detail about what I could remember. I could see he was stalling for time, but for what, I didn't know. He kept looking around this great white room as if waiting for the other shoe to drop. I took note of this and gave him only small key details to keep him satisfied. I was preparing for any sort of horrible situation at this point, and I was frantically trying to figure out a way to escape. I thought this blonde man in front of me was a friend from my childhood, but I could see now that something had changed. As I was nearing the end, recounting my memories from prior abductions, I heard murmuring voices all around us. I could sense beings watching us, but I could not see them. Then I saw something shimmer out of the corner of my eye. It was the wall. I was conflicted in that moment. Do I stay and await my unknown fate here with these blonde imposters, or do I make a break for it and retreat back through the wall into the hands of my abductors? I knew what awaited me on the other side of the wall, but what they had in store for me on this side, I had no idea. If you know me, you'll know that I'm fearless and ballsy, so I decided to take my chances with the tall grays. Something about these blonde beings just felt off. You know they had to be way off if I was choosing to duke it out with 8-foot-tall gray aliens that literally cut me open on the regular. So I jumped up out of the chair mid-sentence to gain a head start by catching him by surprise. I kicked the chair in his direction and hauled ass straight towards the solid-looking wall. I knew it was just a projected image, though. I saw it shimmer earlier and just had to trust that the shimmering wall was really there and not solid as it appeared to be. As soon as I started running, blonde humanoids appeared from thin air, chasing after me, trying to grab at me before I could escape. Thankfully, I had the element of surprise on my side, which gave me the head start I needed to escape their clutches. I closed my eyes, turned sideways, shoulder first, and leapt into the wall. I felt no resistance as I fell to the ground and I slid across the floor. I had successfully crossed back over into the cold, dark ship full of giant, angry entities. With eyes still closed, I waited for them to grab me to drag me back to an examination suite, but I felt nothing. I heard nothing either. I mustered the courage to open my eyes, and to my surprise, I was back in the control room, but it was devoid of all life. That's when I gasped for air, not realizing that I had been holding my breath in fear. I slowly stood up, made my way over to the doorway, and peered around the corner. Nothing. That's when I decided enough was enough. I used my forbidden knowledge to close the entry door and create a barrier between me and anything that might be searching for me. I examined each console carefully until I felt the one that was calling to me. Again, there's nothing I can say that can describe that sensation better than it felt organic and I knew what it wanted. I placed my hands into it and the shimmering wall opened up into a vast portal-like window. It was like I was looking through the ship into the vastness of space, but the wall was still there as it had always been. Words are failing me tonight. I have tried so hard to take the images of what's in my mind and use words to describe it. How do you convey the depth and beauty of the famous Starry Night painting to a fish? That's how it feels. It was an experience so profoundly abstract that it's almost as if I'm trying to speak a language that hasn't been invented yet and using that to describe an experience so utterly horrendous and beautiful at the same time to a being that I cannot possibly communicate with. Anyways, back to the wall. As I stared into the beauty and emptiness before me, all I could think about was how much I wanted to go home and never go back. With the speed of that thought, the view changed from an ethereal tapestry to a familiar bedroom and a snoring hubby named Justin. I could see him, but he couldn't see or hear me. I called out to him, but I assumed the wall blocked all forms of communication from the other side. It was just a magic mirror. I could see anything my heart desired, but I could not reach out and touch it. I tried walking over to the wall to reach through and go back home, but the second I removed my hands from the console, the wall returned to its original state. That's when I realized why there were always teams of abductors. They couldn't come one-on-one. They had to have someone hold open the bridge while the rest took their victim to be experimented on. Using this, let's just call it a portal, they could go anywhere in space they wanted while evading detection. Very interesting. Now I have a very disconcerting choice to make. Do I continue hiding until they inevitably find me, or do I stand straight and confront them on my terms? I couldn't reach home without them, but I was done being their plaything. I had to come up with a plan to trick them into taking me home and try to prevent them from ever coming back. With incredible fear and adrenaline coursing through me, I opened the door, entered the hallway, and walked back to the exam room like I owned the place. It was so empty and so quiet. I believe they had stopped whatever experiments they were performing on others there and had sent out all of their teams to return them before I could intervene. That would explain the quiet, empty ship. But why wasn't there a team looking for me? Hey, I'm not going to lick a gift horse in the mouth, y'all. I wasn't ready to be attacked by a horde of angry aliens, so I was happy to be amongst a skeleton crew at that point. I made it all the way back to the exam room that they had kept me in, and I saw my baby floating in the jar where they kept it. My mom instincts took over, and I ran to it and clutched it to my chest. I know, how dumb can you get? But can you blame me after all I have been through? Of course they were using it as bait to recapture me. It almost worked too, but I was onto them. I heard them clicking and shuffling their grotesque feet towards me. I ran behind the exam table, turned to face them, baby in hand, and held it in my outstretched arms. They immediately stopped pursuing me and held up their hands as if saying, wait, let's work this out, drop the baby. Not only were they correct about what I was going to do, they didn't know that I would not only drop it, but cut it up into little pieces if I had to. The instruments to do so were right there next to the blood-soaked exam table. I loved that little being more than anything, but I would do whatever I could to keep it from falling back into their hands. I don't know why my baby in particular was so precious to them, but I was the one in control now, and it was my bargaining chip out of this hell. In the midst of this Wild West standoff, a figure entered the room and started slowly walking towards me. You guessed it, the head honcho of this whole operation, none other than the doctor himself. He had a needle in his hand and reached out towards me, clicking all the while. He could see my confusion and realized that our connection had been severed completely once I crossed through the shimmering wall. He put the needle down and held out his hand to me. I knew that he wanted to reconnect so that we could communicate. Realistically, what were my options at this point? I placed the baby on the table, grabbed the sharpest thing I could find, held it over the jar, and motioned for him to approach. When he was in reach of the jar, I pointed the sharp instrument at him. He stopped walking towards me, and I carefully set the jar on the ground behind me. He then resumed his approach and placed his hands on my temples, all the while having a scalpel-like tool graze the flesh of his chest. If he tried to lunge at me or overpower me in any way, that scalpel would rip through him like a hot knife through butter. He reestablished our mental He reestablished our mental connection, but had created a wall so I couldn't get back into his mind. He used whatever power he was able to wield to compel me to calm down. He was also able to compel me to place the scalpel-like tool onto the exam table. I was fighting with everything I had, but his millennia of advanced biology was just too strong. I only remember flashes after that. I had a flash of being strapped into the cold metal exam chair, a needle piercing my arm, my baby being taken from me once more, lots of screaming, clicking, pain, blackness, and finally silence. It would be years before I had another encounter that I would remember. This time, I wouldn't be able to escape. This time, the blondes would show me who they really were. End of part 3. There's one more part. End of part 3. We're taking a little break. My heart is racing. I know. Okay, we're voting. Did we like part 3? Happy face for yes and a sad face for no. I know you guys want the poll. Do the poll. Oh my God. I know I need to drink some water. There's one more part, guys. There's one more part. Last part. We're taking a little break. Woo, this story is great. Yes, if you missed part 1 or 2 or any of this, Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. It's TessicaVision. Same name is here because I'm going to be posting this whole TikTok live replay on my YouTube tomorrow, as long as it records from TikTok correctly. Thank you, Luna, for resubscribing. Thank you, anyone that's sending some gifts. I really, really appreciate you guys. I am probably not telling any more stories, guys, because it is 10:47. It's almost 11 p.m. And I have one more part to read, which is probably just as long. So this is probably just going to be the only one long. That's why I said in Discord and in the description here and everything that it was going to be this one story. We chatted in the beginning, and then we're doing this one story. This story is really good, right? I'm not going live tomorrow, guys. After tonight, I'm not going to be going live for probably like at least a week and a half because I'm going to be camping. I'm not going to be here. My YouTube is TessicaVision. Same name as my TikTok. TessicaVision. Part 4 has a bunch of pictures. Ooh. What a story, man. What a story. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Yes, this is so this is my ma, Jessica. This is her story. It took her a very long time to write it out for me. It was also very hard for her to write out because it's very traumatic for her, but she really wanted to share it. Thank you, guys. I don't know what was going on in the chat. I was reading. I did turn around several times because I was making sure that I didn't like need to see something. Thank you, Turner, for pinning that. But I'm sorry if people were being dicks. If you're new to the room here, like, this is a very safe, non-judgmental space. This is the same Jessica with the portal story. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. A lot of Tonys in the chat. Because we have a lot more people in here now, and it's probably a lot of people that are passing by and they're listening and they don't know what's going on. They have no idea. Like, they probably don't even know that. I'm assuming a lot of people didn't even know that this is like a true story that we're reading. But, hi. They are incredible, incredible stories. But yes, but I'm sorry that you guys are dealing with some Tonys. Guys, if you're new here and you don't like something, just in general, like in life, like if you don't like something, just pass on by. You don't need to be mean about it. It's cool. Everyone has their own beliefs. Everyone has their own opinions about it, and that's okay. But here we go by, our motto is like, we believe you. And we just embrace everything. And it's okay if maybe you don't believe something, and that's okay, but don't be a dick about it. Don't be a dick about it. It costs nothing to be nice. That's so true. Your mods are doing a good job. Woo! My mods are on fire. You guys are working today. You're watching my live and my YouTube channel at the same time. Oh my God. Including labeling it critical thinking. Oh yeah, that's just like a dick way of saying, I need to tell you my bad opinion. It should be a movie. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to the mods. Oh, how do you get on Discord? Oh, guys, yes, please feel free. Obviously, subscribe to my YouTube for the replay of this. It's TessicaVision. I'm TessicaVision on YouTube. You can find that in the link in my bio too, if you don't remember. And also in the link in my bio is my Discord. Please come join the Discord. Everyone is welcome. It's obviously completely free. We have over 1,000 people in there. Please come hang out. Guys, I'm going to eat one tortilla before we read part 4 because I feel starving. So I just need like a little something in there. Thank you so much, Turner. That is the Discord link. Amanda, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, 5-minute break. We'll take like a 5-minute break and then we'll read the last part. So if anyone needs to pee or get a snack, now's the time to do it. Amanda, new subscriber, and Amanda, and new subscriber Jade that subscribed before. If you guys have stories, I'll read them on the next live that I do. Because today we're just reading this one big story. Making a sandwich. Go get your things. We're taking a 5-minute break. So if you need a snack, you need to pee, go do that. I'm taking my break to find your YouTube. Woo! Commercial break. I know it's really weird. My body really needs a lot of carbs, like bread carbs, or else it feels weird. Like my stomach doesn't feel good. Like I just do. I don't know. Jess, are you doing okay over there? Because I know this is really hard for you to share. Girl dinner. Can we share stories we read anonymously? Just right in there. The thing is, so the thing with that, Bliss, is that I won't know to share your story. Because what happens is, when I share them when I make videos out of them for my page, they're anonymous unless somebody like says they want their name. Okay, Jess, I love you. Unless somebody says they want me to tag them, the videos are always anonymous. In here, we pick stories, right? So like we pick them like normally at every like 100,000 likes, we'll randomly pick from the studio audience. So you would have to like be saying something and then your story would get picked so people would know that I was reading that it was your story in here. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? If you want to send stories in, you can send them to glitches.tessicavision@gmail.com. If you forget what I just said, you can click on the link in my bio and all of my stuff is in there. People in real life would think I'm nutty if I share, not aliens, just missing 411 stuff. This is a safe space to share your weird, unexplainable experiences. It's stuff like glitches in the Matrix, paranormal stuff, alien stuff, all that kind of stuff we share here. This is a safe space. Those Barbie aliens, I like how you call them Barbie aliens. I'm sorry if I'm gonna back up while I'm chewing. You're gonna have nightmares tonight? Well, stop. Did we vote? We voted on part 3, right? I think we did. Can't hear it? Awesome. Everyone was talking about a movie on Amazon Prime that was good and I didn't write it down. When? When were you talking about it? Was it today? Another day? I'm reposting this whole thing on YouTube. It'll be up tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed to YouTube if you missed any of it. There's one more part. Oh, the extraordinary, the seating. As soon as I'm done with this, we're going to read part 4. Reese. Me and you both, man. The sheer fact that this woman is still standing is amazing. What a strong fucking lady. I did post the one from last night. The live from last night is up on YouTube. I think she said that she is making it into a book. Melissa. That'd be amazing. We have read other stories from her, yes. And her husband, they both have had crazy fucking experiences and they are both amazing writers. Oh, I'm so glad, Jess. You're so welcome. I'm so happy that besides the stupid Tonys that came in, our core community is so supportive and loving. I would buy every one of Jessica's books. Same. Same. I'd buy them out. Look, see, you gotta put them all down. You gotta sell your book. We love all of our glitches. Blue moon. Who's a Tony? If you don't know, a Tony here is someone who's a dick or kind of like a Karen. In one of the first lives that I did, there was someone legitimately named Tony and he was being an asshole. And he reported me and got me kicked off live for no fucking reason. So we now call everyone who's being mean, we call them a Tony. I even have one of my merch designs says "Don't be a Tony" on it. Tony didn't like my singing because I sing song fucking everything, and he was not okay with it. Yes, I know. Thank her for sharing the story. Okay. As soon as I swallow this right here, we're finishing it. Tony's need a shack. Sophia gets many compliments on my Nope hoodie. Yes, I love how Sophia stole your hoodie. Jen bought the Nope hoodie. It's the emote that's like Nope of my face. And her daughter steals it. That's awesome. My mom is so cute, you guys. My mom bought a shirt and she keeps wearing it when she goes out because she really wants like someone to see it and be like, oh, I know that person. And she can be like, that's my daughter because she's so cute. Oh, what a little cutie. What a cutie. I know. All right, I'm taking a sip and then we're finishing. Mama Matrix. You just joined Discord. Welcome. You know what? I kind of have to pee. Let me do that before I read the last part. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. Yes, I'm a millennial. I'm an old millennial. I'm 40. All right, friends. We have one more part. And then after this last part, we'll chat for a few minutes. And then I will be going to bed. I'm looking at all this blanket. Oh, someone got it for me as a gift. It has corgis on it. I put it over my head sometimes. You're in Discord. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Wow, Wow, guys, we've had like over 50 new people jump into the Discord. I'm so excited. All right. Final part to the alien story. Check the pins for which picks to do. Got you. All right, I got you, boo-boo. I got you. I got you, babe. Here we go. Part 4. After the horrific experience with losing the twins and the abductions and horrors that came with it, I was vigilant about leaving our home and finding somewhere new to rest my head. I don't know why I thought that would change anything, but I could only control so much, you know? I found us a beautiful new home to rent, and we moved in October of 2019. I brought our closet portal to this new home. That's a whole other story, literally, and was hoping to leave behind my alien tormentors. If you haven't heard of Jess's portal closet crazy ass story, we've read that 2 times, I believe. And it's somewhere on YouTube. The blondes had betrayed me. The tall grays had tortured me beyond words, and all of the miscarriages had ground my mental health down to a fine dust. Moving was just what we needed to start fresh. It was nice for the first few months, but then the abductions started again. It wasn't like the last few abductions, though. I knew I had been abducted, but I had no memory of it. New red spots would appear on my body. Random bruising was bad enough that my doctors thought I was being beaten up or extremely clumsily. Yeah, because those are the only 2 options, right? Anyways, one morning after waking up, thinking I had slept like crap because I woke up exhausted and sore, I saw that I had 3 puncture holes in my right elbow. These weren't hidden, healed, or even closed up. They were open wounds visible to me without the need for a thorough inspection. They were very red, sore, and itchy too. I showed Justin and he couldn't make sense of them either. We Googled every type of bug bite imaginable and nothing was matching these marks. Why, you ask? Because they were in a freaking triangle pattern. I mean, could you be any more obvious, you gray-blooded dummies? Gray blobbed dummies. You left an open triangle-shaped wound in my elbow. That's when I got to thinking. I woke up so sore and exhausted, and my wounds were open. Had I finally figured out a way to escape these creatures? Why couldn't I remember anything? Had they finally perfected their memory wiping serum and coded it to my specific DNA? That has to be what happened because it kept happening. As the weeks progressed, my arm... Oh, sorry. Show the elbow triangle pics. Hold on. Here we are. They wanted you to know. Ooh, okay. Elbow, triangle. Wait, this is the shoulder. Where's the elbow one? Hold on, Jess. I never thought of that. It says, because I see the shoulder one, and then I see bruises, and then I see other. Where's the elbow one? Which one is the elbow one? The 3 dots pattern. Oh, this one. Got it. Okay, hold on. This one, I think. There's another picture where it's circled, but it's right here. Hold on. This is another picture. This is a kitten. Oh, there we go. This was a kitten scratch. Later retrieval, singular puncture. Original triple triangle punctures. Okay, so these were the 3 from the beginning. So like if you see, it's right here, these 3. This was the triangle. You have those same triangle marks sometimes? Stop it. You have it on your hands? Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, they do look big, right? I mean, not big, but big.
Well, cat scratches, so you know, like, okay, this was a cat scratch. It's not something else. Oh, my God. Okay. As the weeks progressed, my arm became so itchy and inflamed that Justin recommended that we finally see a new doctor about it. I'm sorry, not a new doctor. Finally see a doctor about it. I think I just want you to go see a new fucking doctor because I hate your doctors right now. Okay. It had even started producing pus at this point. Gross, I know. I had a doctor's appointment that day anyway, so I figured I would just ask him about it while I was there. This is one of only 2 doctors of the billions that I see that I actually like. He's very patient, kind, and curious. That's the perfect combo if you have me for a patient. So when I went in later that day, he noticed my arm before I even said anything. These were back in the dark ages of COVID, so everyone was still wearing masks and social distancing. I am severely immune compromised, so I hadn't left the house of my own free will in months. This will be important later. He left the room for a moment, got another doctor, gowned up, and used his glove hand to look at my elbow. At this point, it was so painful that I couldn't even straighten out my arm. It felt like there was something in my elbow causing the pain when I tried to straighten it. I just saw someone say, I hope part 4 is an hour long. Because we're so into this story. Okay. My doctor asked me if I would like an injection for the inflammation and pain so they could straighten out my arm to do an ultrasound and see what was going on inside. Of course, I agreed. I'm glad they're fucking asking you. Like I'm so mad at your other doctors. I literally can't. As they were injecting me and prepping the ultrasound, I had a flashback of a memory that was so distorted, it seemed like it was a memory of a dream or a memory. Wait, it seemed like it was a memory of a dream of a memory of a dream. The flashback only lasted a quick second and then it was out of my mind. The flash was a projection of sorts. As I was watching the doctor inject my elbow, he almost morphed into a tiny gray alien. The typical grays that you see in movies and such. He was an alien injecting something into my elbow with a triple puncture device. This little gray alien almost flickered into the blonde man I knew as a child, but it was so quick that I thought I might have just been seeing things. Then I snapped out of it and the doctor returned to his normal self and was still doing the injection. Did you want me to show the small gray aliens now that you sent? Or is that a later time? Even though I accidentally already showed them before. Yes. Okay. These are pictures of the small gray aliens. These are not pictures of the actual aliens. This is just what the small gray aliens look like. These are the ones that everyone always sees in the movies and stuff. It's these guys right here. This guy right here. This is just what they look like. You guys should be very familiar with these images. Sorry. Hold on, we gotta flip you. We're flipping. Right before I went off here. Yeah, Posh Mari, that's who I was gonna address. Posh Mari, if you don't like something or you don't believe something, just don't watch it. That's all. No need to be a dick about it. No need to be a Tony. No one cares about your opinion. Go give it to someone else. Okay, bye. Bum, bum, bum. All right, here we go. Where am I? Where am I? The whole flash must have been less than 10 seconds because that's how long it took him to inject me. I pushed it out of my mind and tried to stay focused on the task at hand. They gave me a few minutes to let the medicine do its thing. They did my normal exam and then got it started on the ultrasound. While they were scanning me, I had another flash. This time, it was the blonde woman holding a wand similar to an ultrasound device. She was scanning my elbow and smiling down at me. Then she quickly morphed back and forth from a small gray alien to her former beautiful self. I pretended not to notice, and I don't think she realized what had happened. Wait a second. Why am I feeling like... Thank you for subscribing, Naya. I appreciate you so much.
Why am I feeling like the blonde ones, I don't remember the names, they're blonde ones that you saw the second one time and this time that you're flashing back to are actually not the actual blonde ones. Why am I feeling like that? Maybe the original ones from when you were 5 were. Maybe they just never were. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Okay. Maybe. Okay. I guess we'll have to see. Where am I? I pretended not to notice, and I don't think she realized what had happened. I knew what was happening, though. The blondes that I had thought betrayed me and turned evil were just small grays using my memories to project images of beings that I trusted so I wouldn't fight them like I had fought the tall grays. That is exactly what I just said if I would have just read one more sentence. One more sentence. Okay. Okay. As I watched the blonde woman searching for something in my arm, I noticed a tiny black dot on the projection. There was no screen. It was almost like a 3D hologram of the inside of my elbow. Once she saw that I had seen it, she suddenly stopped her scan, and that's the last thing I remember from the flash. Suddenly, my consciousness was back to the doctor's room, watching them scan me on the ultrasound screen, and that's when I saw it. A black spot on the screen just under my triple injection infection spot. The doctors didn't seem to notice it. I was confused, but I didn't say anything. I always joke with my docs about the fact that I'm an alien because of all my medical anomalies, and I even joked with these docs that these triangle sores must have been where the aliens implanted me with something, but of course it was taken as humor and not taken at face value. I just laughed with them and then gave Justin a knowing smirk. How did the doctors, and Justin for that matter, not see this black dot on the screen though? They did mention that there was something odd in there, but it just ended up being a weird wiggly vein. They finally cleaned me up and sent me home with an antibiotic and a cream because I had developed a staph infection. Yo, if these aliens are gonna do shit, put the black-eyed blonde pic here. If these aliens are gonna do shit, they need to like make sure that they don't give you an infection. Where is that one? Black-eyed blonde pic? I don't think I have that one. I have the small grays, and I don't have that one. You think they did it on purpose? Let it get infected. Interesting. It's a blonde with scary black eyes. I know what you're saying, but I just don't see it. 'Cause the blonde pics that you sent originally are all nice. They have blue eyes. And then these were the tall grays. Oh wait, there's another image here that didn't download. Let me click on it. Maybe it'll download. I can't open it. It says there's one image that says the kind of file it is .avif. I don't know what that is, and it doesn't open. Maybe that was it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I got so many strong. I'm not going to show the other pictures yet because it's not time yet. I'm just waiting for her to send me the one that she wants me to send. But they are all going to be a bit... Okay, here, she sent it to me now. Yeah, I didn't get this one originally. Okay, ready? This is it. Ooh. Interesting. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the compliments. I don't like it. Those are like demon eyes. The demon eyes freak me out, man. Ah! Okay. We're going back.
Hello.
Would you like a snack?
Are you leaving to go get a snack?
No, I'm on break right now.
Oh, if you were leaving, I was going to have you get me some candy. But if you're not leaving, I don't have any snacks that I like here, unfortunately. But thank you for checking. I love you.
You're welcome. I love you.
Okay. Oh, everyone says hi, Uncle Matrix.
Hi, guys.
He's on a break from his raid and he's getting a snack. I was really hoping he was going to the store because I could really use some candy right now. Okay. And now I have 2 cats in here. Hi, guys. All right, back to the story. Back to the story, guys. A staph infection. Okay. Do you know how you get a staph infection? Let me just leave this here. I am a severely immune-compromised germaphobe that washes her hands so often I'm almost positive I don't have fingerprints anymore. I hadn't left the house in months and had been around no one but family that I make wash their hands constantly as well. Ask anyone that knows me, I don't like germs. I, of course, was Googling staph infection the second we were out the door and into our car. There's all sorts of different things on Google about it, but the one that jumped off the page and stuck out in my mind says this: what causes staph infections? When a person has surgery or stays in a healthcare facility, has medical devices in their body, injects drugs, or when they come in close contact with someone who has staph. Sound familiar? Thank you, Miri. Aboard an alien ship at least a few times I remember, there was always surgery, aka cutting, torture, and screaming, and in a healthcare facility, aka the hard, cold metal examination chairs and tables, injections of who knows the hell what, coming into contact with alien bodies that are covered in who know what, and then the medical devices in the body. Sounds like an implant to me. I know for a fact that they implanted some sort of device into my arm on the night I woke up to those triangle injection sites on my elbow. I doubt it was a tracking device because, hello, they know where to find me, LOL. As for what the device was used for, I honestly can't say. All I know for sure is that I was the only one that could see it, and it caused a horrible infection, and it was placed so close to the bone that I could barely move my arm for weeks. After the wounds healed, it left a triangle-shaped scar on my elbow, which is what we just saw in the picture. Yes, I have pics, and yes, I sent them for you to see. We already showed those, right? Yes. A few months after I had pretty much forgotten all about this, I woke up on another normal day to... How do you forget? How are you forgetting shit, man? There's just... I don't understand. I don't understand. I woke up on another normal day to find I had another injection wound right by the triangle scars on my elbow. I bet you can guess what happened there. I could move my arm all of a sudden without any pain. So obviously they had taken back their device. This time, though, I remembered. This only happened several months ago. It's actually what finally inspired me to write my alien experiences down. So on the night I was taken to have my implant removed, there were no tall aliens and no small aliens either. There were only the blondes. The blondes were mimicking the friendly faces of the ones I had met when I was 5, but their eyes weren't blue, they were black. And that's the picture that we just saw of the blonde with the black. I have to compartmentalize. I get that. You want me to show them again? Okay, hold on. I'll show them again, and then I'll show the black eye person again. Hold on. And yes, the pictures, she is going to put the pictures in Discord as well. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Here it is. I didn't want to whoa, no. Show you guys anything else I'm not supposed to show you yet. Okay. So this is I'll show you the one without this diagram part on it, but this was a cat scratch. This is the original triangle puncture. And then this is the later retrieval singular puncture. And this is what it looks like without anything. If you can see, there's the 1, 2, 3, the triangle, the original triangle one. And then that's a cat scratch. And then that is the retrieval puncture. This is as zoomy as I can get because it's on my computer. You'll see the pictures in Discord later, and then you can zoom in for yourself. And then this was the
the blonde with the black eyes. This is not exactly obviously what they look like, but she's trying to get pictures that are as close as possible. Ooh, shit, I just dropped my water. That is on her elbow. Yes, that was on her elbow. And that's the scar. What's the matter, Luna Batunas? You want to come here and hang out while I read? Nah. Okay. Cord check. Cord is good. Thank you for asking. Okay, here we go. Here we're back. Mimicking the friendly faces. They were black. I pretended to go along with it and trust them, but I knew that once again I would have to fight my way out of this one too. Because I was docile and pleasant and trusted these beings, they saw no need to restrain me. I sat there quietly and did everything they asked of me. Once they were inside my arms scanning for the device to remove it, I looked deep into the eyes of the nurse standing next to me. I could see nothing but pure evil looking back through me. I could tell I was just an insignificant piece of scum to them. If that was really what they thought, then why the big show? Why pretend to be someone else? That's when I heard it. The clicking sound was back. I closed my eyes to hide my emotions from them, but the jig was up. They knew I knew who they really were, and all bets were off. The proverbial masks were useless now. The blondes shimmered and faded away into the small gray aliens. The clicking I heard was coming from behind me. I jumped out of the chair to see the tall grays running toward me with restraints. I ran. I knocked the little gray bastards to the floor and ran as fast as I could, all the while with an open, bleeding wound on my arm. What were the talls and smalls, that's what I call them, doing? Pretending to be the blondes. Why were they working together? What in the off-world was happening? What in the off-world? Like, what in the world, but what in the off-world was happening? As I ran around the ship I had come to know and not love, I saw a shimmering wall again. I ran right past it as I processed what I had seen. If I were to go through it again, would it take me back to the gleaming white marble room? Would it just be another species of beings pretending to be the blondes? Would it be something new and even more terrifying than this reality? I think you can all probably guess at this point what I chose to do. Fearless, stubborn, sometimes... Sorry, I wanted to make sure I didn't need to read that. Fearless, stubborn, sometimes dim-witted me jumped my ass right through that wall and landed on my booty straight into the passenger seat of a car. A little round car with a domed roof being driven by, you guessed it, the blonde woman. I gasped as I grappled for situational awareness. It was quite the shock going from one environment to the next, never knowing where you'll end up. I had it at this point. I looked at her, grabbed the mechanism she was using to control the car, or at least that's what I thought, and screamed, "Tell me who you really are right now!" In reality, I was grasping at a projection and doing nothing beneficial besides grabbing her attention. She smiled. The car stopped in the middle of the freaking highway, might I add, and she stared intently into my eyes. The other cars all made their way around us like nothing out of the ordinary was happening. She calmly said, "Jessica, do you not know me? We have been watching over you for your entire life. We made a promise to always keep you safe. We have not been able to find the real you for quite some time, but we have remedied that error and will now be with you always." I stared intently into her eyes. They were the piercing blue eyes I remembered from my childhood. There was still something about her eyes, but they were the same kind and loving eyes I have always known. The blondes I had been seeing decades after our first encounter were the small grays trying to infiltrate my life without being noticed. Wait a minute, I thought. Did she say the real me? What the heck did she mean by that? As if she could read my mind, she turned her head slightly to look at someone in the back seat, and that's when I noticed the handsome man, another familiar face. His smile was like 1,000 sunrises singing an angelic tune while eating a spoonful of sugar. He went on to tell me that sometime between the ages of 7 and 8, I had switched timelines. They had been keeping tabs on me and watching my progression as I grew up until one day they took me to run some tests and realized that that version of me was not the me that they had been tracking. What, Jessica? Oh my God. It took them a while to gain the ability to track across timelines and dimensions. As advanced as they are, they There were some advancements they just hadn't made yet. It took them over 30 years to gain the knowledge and ability to find me, the real me, right? What a twist. They searched across several timelines and dimensions to find me. That is why they didn't save me from the evil Greys. That is why I was tortured, abused, and ripped apart from my unborn children. They could not find me to help me. The Greys used my memories to manipulate me and make me think I had been talking with the blondes my entire life. It was always the Greys. It almost worked, too. I asked them how they knew I had jumped timelines, and they told me that in all versions and dimensions, I was the only version of myself that had enhanced biology. That's when it hit me like a piano in a silent film. What a great analogy there. Okay. The importance of my life and all of the thoughts and events that I had experienced were unique to me and only me. Even the versions of me in other timelines and dimensions were normal Jessicas, special, wonderful humans, but not chosen to have the same sort of extra biological data in her DNA. I had felt it all my life, but never understood until now. This moment of realization changed me profoundly and will stay with me for all of time. I have jumped 3 timelines that I'm aware of in my 40 years of life. That is why no one in our family remembers events that are so crystal clear in my mind. They never lived them. I wonder now if my first dad knows that I am a different me in his timeline. Our bond was/is so special. I think about my childhood and about how wonderful it was, and I feel so blessed to have been allowed to live it for so long before I was ripped away and thrown into different timelines and dimensions. After allowing me to process this revelation and realize just how crazy the events in my life truly are, they returned me to my bed and asked me to think about and absorb the information they had just bestowed upon me. They said that when the time is right, I will come forward and be able to share my stories about them, not only with Justin, but with the world. So here I am fulfilling that duty. Yes! I have been working on this story for nearly 3 months, but the timing hasn't felt right until today. It's finally time. I hope it falls not just on deaf or judgmental ears, but on the ears of those who need to hear it. There are so many different kinds of beings interacting with us regularly, but not all are here to help. If you find yourself in the grasp of an entity trying to do you harm, just know that there are counterbalances out there to those evils. Those beings are trying their best to mitigate the horrific circumstances caused by the dark and dangerous ones. It may not be right away, but the beings of light, kindness, and piercing blue eyes are out there trying to help us all. Just give them time, and you might find yourself under the sea in a tiny round car, smiling at them too. Oh, and yes, the removal of the site tracker. I honestly don't know what it was being used for. Has also scarred over right by my triangle scars. I sent a pic of that too. As far as I know, I have only been taking twice more since this incident. I actually posted a pic in Discord a couple of days ago of the first one showing the bruise and injection site they left behind. I remember you doing that. Today I woke up with another red spot next to that bruise. Did you want me to show those pictures now? There's a couple more. There's like a little tiny bit more. Yes, please. Okay. All right. We are scrolling up and we are showing. This was the one I remember you putting in Discord. Was this mark right here, the triangle puncher mark. Can you see this one? This is like a legit triangle on the top of her shoulder. I remember when you put this one. And then these are recent bruises. The one from a few days ago is the arm bruise. This is the one from the arm bruise. Recent bruises in the last 2 weeks. And then these are old bruises that won't go away. I don't know if you can see them. I can see them on my screen. You'll be able to see them better in the Discord when she puts them in there, but this is a 2-year-old bruise. Bruises. These, I'm assuming, are more of the little puncture wounds that you were talking about. I'm assuming that's what these are. Oh, the bruises were on your legs. What What else? This is the knee. Looks like a knee. I have no clue what they are or how I got them. Oh, and then this was what we saw before. And then this, I think you put this here too. There's this one. Bruise. New red spot bruise as of this morning. This was this morning, apparently. That little one right there. My goodness. All right, let me read these last couple of little paragraphs right here. That's the arm one. Okay. Whew. Okay. Y'all, big capital letters. I am opening the floodgates here. I've never told anyone the entirety of my alien abduction stories before, not even Justin. I still haven't told you all of the gory details of the horrific torture I endured, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to talk about that part of my abductions. I'm so scared that the wrong person will hear this and I or my entire family will have a sudden and mysterious accident. Stop it. I have to scream this from the rooftops. None of us are suicidal and we love our lives and families. If something does happen to any of us, it was not an accident and it was not perpetuated by us. Perpetrated by us. I have gone back and forth for years debating the pros and cons of telling my abduction stories. I have prayed and cried and tried using logical debate, but in the end, it all comes down to this. What is the point of living this life if we tell no one about it, so they in turn learn nothing from it? If I tell no one my life stories, then those experiences that might have helped someone else will be lost to time. I can't let that happen. Whether you believe these experiences happened or not is not my concern. I am finally releasing them out into the world, so hopefully others can have their eyes open to the truth of the world around us. There is so much more to our existence that can be imagined in 1,000 lifetimes. Please share your stories and help others to share theirs. Once we come together and realize that none of us are alone in this human experience, we can make this world a better place. If anyone would like to message me and talk to/with me about any of my experiences or theirs, I would love to do that. I am an open book here to help anyone and everyone with whatever I am capable. I love you all and I am so grateful to be a part of this wonderful community. Thank you again, Auntie Matrix, for being you and allowing us to be us. I love you. I love you so much. The end. For realsies this time. The end. Okay, we are going to be voting on the last part of the story, or just the whole one in general. The whole one in general. Holy crap. Whew. That was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you, CT. And thank you whoever else was sending gifts. That was a wild ride. Thank you so much, Jess, for sharing your story, for being brave enough to share your story, to write it all down, even though it was a very traumatic and very hard for you to do. Thank you so much for the gifts, my friends. Yes. Thank you so much. You are an incredible human. You are a wonderful human. We love you so much. So if anyone does, I know there's been over 1,000 people pretty much this whole time in here. Thank you, Persevere. Big round of applause. Everyone's clapping in their own homes. Not that we're clapping that you shared your story and that it was interesting. We're not like clapping for what happened in the story because it's fucking crazy. I literally can't believe. Wait, fun fact, I'll occasionally wake up enough to realize that she's not in bed, but I can't move to find her. Interesting, Justin. That is Jess's husband right there saying that. That's crazy. Fun fact. Not a fun fact. It's kind of a fun fact. Thank you so much, though, for sharing your story, for realsies. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me this whole time and listening to it. If you missed any of the story or if you want to rewatch it, this TikTok live replay will be up on YouTube tomorrow, like all my other ones are. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube. It's TessicaVision. Same name as here. And woo! Oh, you subscribed while I was reading? Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I am obviously not reading any other stories tonight because it is 11:37. I'm going to be chatting for a few minutes and then we're going to be going. I'm going to be getting offline. But all my new subscribers, I had Jade, Amanda, and Naya. Next time I'm online, I will read your stories if you have them. Totally not over here checking my elbows and shoulders. Yes, subscribe to YouTube to get the replay of this. Come into the Discord because Jess is going to be putting all the pictures into the Discord. So if you want to take a look at any of them, she's going to be putting them there. She is in the Discord. Her name is Jess Called Cards in the Discord as well. Same name as here. So if you want to, like she said, if you want to reach out to her, if you want to chat with her, you can probably talk to her there. You can probably DM her in Discord. I'm not sure if she has like all DMs open in TikTok, but you can follow her. You should follow her on TikTok anyway. Follow her on TikTok. I haven't remembered anything since the blondes. Jess, do you think that, because you said you've been taken a few times since the blondes because of the things that you found, I know you haven't remembered, but do you think that the blondes are the ones that were taking you to like check on you and stuff like they said? Or do you think that the grays are still taking you? Or not anymore because the blondes are there to protect you now. Thank you guys for hitting the gift goal. Woo! Join Discord. There's a link in my bio. Click on the link in my bio and it brings up all my links and one of them says join Discord. That's a good question. Where in Discord are you going to share the pics, Jess? Let people know like which thing. Maybe just in the general, I guess. Her screen is frozen. The aliens don't want her to answer. I hope they were the blondes. Yes. Jessica's TikTok, just click on her. She's right here. She's right there. Click on her. I did not see the latest video of the lady on the plane. Jess, seriously, thank you so much though for sharing. We appreciate it. We all appreciate it. We believe you. We are here for you. We love you very much. Is there an alien section? I don't think I have an alien section. I don't think I do, and I don't know why I don't. I should make an alien section. I mean, it's my Discord, and I'm looking at it, and I don't see an alien section. Can I make a Jess section? I have glitch, general, glitch, paranormal, spiritual, memes, pets, show yourself, mom life, promote yourself, after dark, food and recipes, book, documentary, show recommendations, dream chat. Yeah, I don't have one. Should I make one? Should I make an alien section? I'll just do it. It takes me 5 seconds to do it. And you can post them in the alien section then. Hold on. Let's duplicate this channel and it's going to be alien chat. Great channel. All right, we now have an alien chat. So you can put him in the alien channel. If you click on the link in my bio, you can get to my Discord through there. For all those wondering, yes, I do believe I may be a partial hybrid. What's the difference between isn't a hybrid mean that you are partial? Like already? What's a partial hybrid? Turner did put the Discord link up here as well. She just put it in the chat. Oh, you don't think you're half and half. You think you're some of a half. Oh, we got first in the alien chat. First. She's A positive, I think she said, blood type. Do you think that's why being here on Earth makes you so sick? What? That's interesting. I never would have thought of that. You've heard other hybrid stories similar. What? Discord help. Click the link tree, open Discord in 3 little dots in the web server, open Discord from there. Someone I know has told me she's not of this planet and she's allergic to everything. What? That's crazy. Really, Star Child, you'll have to share that story with us. Yes, friends. Yes, friends. Oh, hey, if there are any new subscribers that subscribed during the live today or whenever, and you guys are in Discord, at me in the Discord and be like, hey, I'm a TikTok subscriber. My TikTok name is blah, 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 blah. So I can give you your subscriber role in there. And then you can be part of the sub-only chat as well. Wait, she said she didn't need to sleep with your eyes closed because it wasn't required for her body. What? You guys have some awesome stories, man. Oh my God, Miss Jessica. It won't let you join. Some people have, somebody posted before what the best way to get into the Discord is because for some people it doesn't work. Hey, also, if anyone's in Discord and you have Nitro, can you please boost my server? Because when we boost it to, I think we need like 14 boosts or something. We have to get to like level 3, and then I'm able to have like a short fucking link so we could just tell people to go to a link. So if you have any boosts and you want to boost the server, that would be really great. Someone did it yesterday, I think. Wait, what was it? What did I miss over here? Hold on. Stephen King got nothing on you. Ooh. How do you boost? I don't know. You have to have Nitro. If you can find the Discord link in the link in my bio, like click on the link in my bio and all my stuff comes up and it says join Discord and the link is there. Discord is an app and a website. But it's easier to use the app. Here, Chrissy said for, how do I pin this? Can I pin? Chrissy said for Discord, copy the link from her bio and paste it into the browser or download Discord and then click on it. If you have the app downloaded on your phone, it should go there. But if not, you can copy the link from the bio and then paste it into a browser on your phone. I downloaded and added you on Discord, but I don't know anything at all about it. You don't need to add me. Nobody needs to add me as a friend. I see that I have 8 friend requests. So I said friend requests like we're on fucking Facebook or some shit. And I see 8 of them. So I know that some people have like requested me probably because they don't know. They just don't know. And I will accept them, but you don't need to request me to be in it. It's time for our tinfoil hats. That's very true. Discord can be a little tricky and weird when you're not used to it. I love that you guys are going off in the alien chat right now. When you get used to it, it's so easy. I knew nothing about Discord. I was like so overwhelmed by it. And then I had to start using it when I started making ads for TikTok because they have like a special Discord that you're in. And then I figured it out and now I love it. I just found you last night. I went through most of your videos. I love them. Hello, Larissa. Welcome. Yes, Signs is a great movie. Well, guys, I woke up with that shit. Remember I posted something? I woke up with a fucking this the other day and the bruise is almost gone. Oh, yeah. That's not sus at all that it won't let me show it. Yeah, okay. Can we please? I'm going to try again. I made a video of it and I posted the pictures of it because I woke up. Where is it? And this was a huge bruise. And right in, you shut up, Justin. Can you, oh my God, go look at my TikTok about it. And or, you know what? I'll post them in the Discord. I'll post them in the alien Discord, even though everyone told me 99% of people told me it's probably just like a double spider bite or something, but I don't know. I'll post them in there. I'll post them. Because apparently I'm not allowed to show it. So sus. Something's wrong with my mic. Fucking bitches. Oh my God. Hold on.
Is this better? Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. I'll put them in the Discord. I'll put them in the alien chat of the Discord. I don't want to keep trying to show it. Stop it, third pancake. But that's like, what the fuck? I can't go to Discord. It says to send me a message. That's weird. I don't understand. But yeah, anyway, I'll show them. I'll show them there. Can I just point out, thank you very much, that this whole time I was reading this, didn't get kicked off one time. And we were chatting, didn't kicked off one time. When did I get kicked off? When I was trying to show my own bruise. And when do I keep getting kicked off on normal days? When I'm reading the damn stories with the spirits and stuff. Crazy. Yep. It's so crazy. Can I just say also, don't be a Gray like instead of a Tony. When I tried to show the pictures, what's your question? The story was fine, right? It was fine. I have noticed, honestly, the past like week or so, last night I slept much better. But I have been going to bed not that late and like sleeping like I'm waking up later. It's not like I'm not sleeping any hours, right? I'm in bed for a certain amount of hours and I think I'm sleeping, but I've been waking up exhausted. Like I haven't slept. I don't understand what the fuck's going on, man. And then yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before? I woke up very dizzy. Like I'm talking about like vertigo dizzy for like 2 hours. I was trying to just go on with my day and it was rough. Yeah. I feel like it's because I'm ascending. I know you guys want me to try one more time. Oh my God. Do you want me to try one more time? Could you be anemic? I don't think so. All right, one more time. But I'll put the things in the thing. Here we go. So this was really dark, this bruise, and then there's this, and it's like 4 little. I'm trying to zoom on it. It's going away now, but it was like 4 little things, I think. But there's one really. This one is like the biggest one, kind of. You know what I mean? But this whole thing was bruised around it. But I'm sorry to all the people who kept telling me it was a spider bite. It doesn't look like a damn spider bite to me. I don't know, man. Get an ultrasound. Well, because it is hard under here. Doesn't itch at all. Never got red like a bite would get. Never got swollen like a bite would get. Looks like something could be underneath. Because it's like a little hard. It's like hard under here. I made Uncle Matrix to touch it. I was like, you feel this? Like underneath is hard here. Does a magnet underneath is hard here? Does a magnet stick to it? Scratch it open? Absolutely not. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it hurts like pushing on it. It's like bruised feeling, but
I'm frozen? Try a magnet? I don't have any magnets. I'm going to have them in the fridge. I'm not cutting it open. What's wrong with you people? You guys are crazy. It's probably nothing, guys. It's probably nothing. It did not swell up. No. It did not swell up. It was just really bruised. I'll send you the pictures. It didn't swell up. It didn't get red. The bruise didn't get bigger. It was just the little bites or whatever the fuck they are. And then bruise around it, which I woke up like that. Mosquito? No, that's not a mosquito. I've gotten bit by a mosquito many times. Fridge magnet. What does Jessica think? I don't know. I messaged her immediately and I was like, what is this? Oh my God. Jess, no, you don't think that. I thought you were just joking. Huh? Go to your doctor. That's how I found that I have a blood clot. Because you had little things in your arm and a bruise? You know I kid, or do I? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, that's true, Sherry. It was a hard bump in my leg and it bruised. Can never be too safe. See if a dog is drawn. I don't have any dogs around me. All right, my friends. It is time for me to go. I've never had this before. I've never had that happen in my life. That I woke up with a huge bruise and fucking bites. Even when I've gotten bitten by a spider or bitten by anything else. Never, never, never. I'll post the pictures for you guys in Discord too. But Jess is going to post her pictures in the alien chat in Discord. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me. I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out and commenting and tapping the screen. Jen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being supportive and wonderful people. Thank you, Jess, for sharing that crazy, awesome story. Not awesome for you, but awesome for us to hear. Story, thank you so much for sharing your experiences and everything, and in your beautiful, beautiful writing. Thank you, mods, for keeping all the Tonys in line while that was going on. Thank you for being you. I love you all so much. Extra special thank you if you sent gifts. I really, really appreciate that too. That really helps me out. If you missed any of this live or if you want to rewatch it, you will be able to see it on YouTube tomorrow. I repost my TikTok live replays on YouTube the following day as long as TikTok records them correctly. So make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube. It is TessicaVision, same name as here. You can also get there by going to the link in my bio. If you go to the link in my bio, it has all of my links, including my YouTube and all my other socials. It also has my Discord. Please come join us in Discord. We have over 1,000 people in here. You can hang out and chat with like-minded individuals. And also there's an announcements channel where I announce when I'm going live, when I post a YouTube video, etc., etc., etc. So do that. Join the Discord. Also in the link in my bio, you can get to my merch. I do have merch. We have 4 different designs, including Don't Be a Tony. So check them out, please. You can also see my Amazon storefront if you like anything that I wear or use, my Amazon wishlist, and my P.O. box in case you'd like to send me anything, and my Cameo. And also if you want to send stories, the email address is in there as well. I will 99.9% not be on again for at least a week and a half because I am going camping with my family for a week. If anything changes, I will let people in the Discord know. I know there's a lot of TessicaVisions that are not me, that are pretending to be me. There's like so many of them. I have blocked and reported all of them. I check all the time, but thank you so much. But I do not have a different account. This is me. And I will never DM you. So the Discord is in the link in my bio. Everything is in